to all who have tuned on in. We say hello, we say welcome back to now a Monday night edition of NR Night in America. I'm John Ramos, the voice of NR, saying hello from the sim world. This weekend, or should I say last weekend, was All-American 400 weekend at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Let's call the action and running pre-race as well as post-race from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The TV broadcast for the quarter-mile action that was on Friday, and the 5/8 racing of the All-American 100 was a part of that TV call up in the booth for the Saturday action. Pro late models Sunday over the PA for the All-American 400, running pre-race, driver interest. It was a heck of a weekend, but already getting ready to head back to the sim 4 days in a row. That's what it comes down to, of all the racing action, whether it's sim to reality. We all know NR Night in America is exciting, and we're going to explain why we're on this Monday night edition instead of the regular Tuesday night. And for what looks to be not for the future, more of just for this week. Let's talk about the schedule. It's exciting, it's fun. We know it's going to be fantastic. The next gens are at Phoenix, a part of NASCAR's championship weekend coming up, followed for us by the Daytona COT feature. And then we go road course racing at the World Center of Racing for round number 3. And then Texas is back with the NASCAR Xfinity Series. We know Texas gets a bad rap on iRacing. Check that, in person more or less, not on iRacing. And that's because what some think how in-person rolls is exactly the same with the dynamic track on iRacing, but ever since that new update that came actually almost just about a year ago, it has made Texas one of the greatest racetracks the sim has ever seen. Drivers continue to request it, and we said, let's go back, this time with the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Monday night edition of NR Night in America, due to what's going on tomorrow in the United States. Wanted to avoid anything that could lead to any rumblings that happens to be anything but simulator related. Good news, over 60 drivers have joined us as we get ready to bump most of them into the show, and at least 20 of them out. 62 in, 40 will take the green flag, and let's give you that update. Left side of your screen, you'll see who is projected in, who is projected out, and we'll continue to roll with that. Right now, Marcus Vanderlee, no time just yet for the 56, he's out. Braden Mummick goes 37th, he is in for now. Will Shack 36, no time yet for him. Carlos Ortiz, Chase Schaefer, there's Schaefer now in that 99, rolling his way down the backstretch. No time yet out of William Johnson, he is sitting on pit road. Braden Mummick currently outside looking in. He's 43rd, does he jump into the 40s? Across the line, 44th, 45th, and that's where he will stay. Braden Mummick has not jumped outside the top 46 now. Stockman is in. Shaq, first driver out in the 43. Garrett Lucas out as of this moment, 42nd. Francis Miles out, 43rd. Jackson Carr out as of this moment as well. He's 46, looking 47th. Continue to watch on, and Braden Mummick goes top of the board with the quick time. 46 on the board to now leading the field of green. Michael Mitchum will join him with Anthony Burrows. I believe that's also Matthew C. White, Aiden Walker, Gavin Austin, River Page, Dana Mosteller, Yahir Rodriguez, and Kyle Turzak running out that top 10. And just when you think you'll be out, sometimes you jump on in. There's Chase Schaefer in 24th, Max Schwergen in 30th, Max Steinmeier in 32nd. Marcus Vanderlee is in as of this moment. He's 38th, now 39th. Balderas, first driver in. Nicholas Hook, first driver out. Ortiz looking to see if he makes the transfer. 46 on the board, and no extra time. 48 seconds left. Paxton Brandon has yet to put down a time. Christian Delgado back on the racetrack, 36 as of this moment. Vanderlee back on the track, 39th. This is his home track. One of the Arizona drivers looking to take the green flag. Carlos Ortiz around 46, and he'll be bumped out of race 1. Max Steinmeier is in. He's 22nd. Delgado, Vanderlee, McLaughlin, Kingsley, Garrett Lucas bumps out. Alexander Balderas and Nicholas Hook with 10 seconds remaining. Paxton Brandon. Final seconds left on the board. Brandon jumps into the show and bumps out Garrett Lucas. It's going to be Carter Kingsley, Christian Delgado, Nathan McLaughlin, and Marcus Vanderlee. The final drivers making it in. 5/10 separating the pole sitter to the driver that will be leading us to the green flag. I want to say thank you to everyone that's tuned on in so far during this stream at our Night in America, fueling victories all year long, and already bumping guys in, bumping drivers out. You're going to see it all night long. We talked about the driver count has been so good. It's been stellar for us, and already 40 are geared up to go ahead and take the green flag. They'll be lined up 2 by 2. Gavin Austin there in 7th. Matthew C. White in 4th. And our Night in America fueling victories all year long. The NASCAR Cup Series season drawing to a close with the final races at Phoenix Raceway. We're ready to go green. Burroughs P3, River Page P8. There's Gavin Austin in the 22 Wendy's machine. He's to the inside. William Schmidt, not the starting spot he wanted. It's going to be 15th for the 79. Max Steinmeier all the way back to the 22nd position. Riker Byram, West Texas finest. There in 23rd. Chase Schaefer, Derek Schaefer. Josh Kenyon, 29. Frank DeAngelis, 30th. Kai Collymore. Jack Holder. Paxton Brandon just narrely sneaking in. Lucas, Balderas, Hook, Patton, Keller, Stockman, Marquez Ramos, Ortiz, Shack, Miles, Lawson, Fares with Whiteman and Johnson, all being bumped out of the race. Let's get ready to go green. 60 laps for race number 1. We go car tomorrow racing at the World Center of Racing. For round number 2, road course racing at Daytona. And then Texas with the NASCAR Xfinity Series. 1 to go will be next time by. Let's say those magical words. Godspeed, drivers. You are go for a throttle up. Around your lights, we do see race number 5. They'll line up 2 by 2. We'll get the 1 to go once again. That will be next time by. Next time by, we will get the 1 to go. We have extended the caution period. Pace car said, let's go down to pit road, and well, that was not the case. 1 to go this time. Ready for fun, ready for action. Day racing from Phoenix Raceway. I remember when it was called PIR, Phoenix International Raceway. Then at one point, I believe it was ISM Raceway. And has held the championship since 2020. Homestead had the championship in 2019. All the way to as far back as 2002. We'll go green this time. Lined up, ready to go. Pace car makes a hard left onto pit road. The last 3 days for myself has been broadcasting the in-person pro super late model racing, but we're back on the sim to light the fuse on day 4, this Monday night edition of NR Night in America. Malvic. Strong drive off turn 2. He'll hold on to the race lead. Ranker Byron, Chase Schaefer the slide to the inside. Michael Mitchum in second. Wants to find a way around. Won't be able to. Malvic leads lap 1. Burrows, Austin White, Aiden Walker, Max Swearigan. Swearigan drawing even with the 93 on the bottom. Jackson Carr, Kyle Turzak, River Page. That's up inside the top 10. 2 cars stop to the bottom. Frank DeAngelis, Marcus Vanderlee. Now forcing themselves out of the groove. They're not going to get a caution for it. Burrows to the bottom. Gavin Austin in the middle. Austin up the 3rd. Burrows up the 4th. And Aiden Walker goes hard and into the outside wall. River Page involved. 2, 3, maybe 4 more machines scatter on in. And the caution is going to wave. That's Jackson Carr. Got a big piece of it. Matt Grab. Nose damage to his 53. Chase Schaefer, we saw his slide in the opening laps of this race. I don't think he caught a piece of it from the initial caution. But will be towards the tail end of the field. Andrew Hurley, you see the right front damage on the 47. It happened very, very quickly. And we get to see how. Aiden Walker, 93. Oh, man. It looked like a piece of netcode. You could see when the hitbox fired, it was when there was at least maybe 6 inches between the Max Swearigan 15 and the Aiden Walker 93. You'll see it right here. And no damage being put on the 15 machine. River Page, a late entry into the wreck after getting clipped. And they started piling on in. William Schmidt got a shove from behind. Matt Grab into the barrels. I will say, Phoenix does look pretty good in the simulator. We know it's sort of obviously the newer scans that are a part of iRacing. Let's watch what happened. Backing it down, but you don't hear him on the brakes till late, and then the second he saw smoke, maybe seeing 2 or 3 cars go around. I know some drivers, they don't want to be on the brakes right away, wondering if there's going to be a caution in NASCAR Night in America, usually running on relaxed yellows, unlike the e-tickets. But when you see 3 or 4 around in the middle of the field, you know a caution's going to wave. And for Matt Graham, was not quick to the brakes. So Braden Malvic is the race leader. Michael Mitchum's in second. Gavin Austin now jumps to the 3rd position. Put another Ford up there. You got Anthony Burrows, Matthew White, Max Swearigan, Kyle Turzak, Yahir Rodriguez, Sean Pena, Richard Cheery, Daniel Mosteller, William Schmidt making out the top 12. Landon Gentry, Dalton Randolph, Jackson Byes, Kai Collymore, with Derek Shaver, Max Swearigan, Isaac Hart, and Lane Sanders. Sanders in the Chase Briscoe 2025 concept. I believe most of us saw the leak for the Martin Truex Jr. paint scheme, the final ride car that will be rolling at Phoenix. Was at Homestead just, I guess you could say now, a couple weeks ago. And his 2017 paint scheme was on display rolling around the racetrack. Was really cool to see. Crazy to think that Martin Truex Jr. will be coming to a close for his career. What a tenure he had in the sport. So the pace car will make the hard left onto pit road this time by. The 1 to go will be displayed. Braden Malvic to the bottom, Michael Mitchum the outside. Gavin Austin will choose and go to the front row. Anthony Burrows, Max Swearigan, White and others, Kyle Turzak, you see them coming in. The choose code reinstated into NASCAR Night in America. And it is something that happens when we get the 1 to go. Pace car will make the hard left onto pit road. Austin on the outside, Mavic on the bottom. Michael Mitchum, they call him the next-gen merchant. Is he going to show up and show out? Or be stuck fighting that 42? Strong field of machines for this first race of the night. Let's bring him back to green. Mitchum underneath Gavin Austin. Mavic pulling away. Austin the switch back to the bottom. Thought about it. Just had to lay out the throttle. Middle of the field, Kyle Terzak into Anthony Burrows. Max Swearengin looking 3 wide. Now 4 wide as they cut the dog leg. Terzak sideways after slamming into the 15. Spin, did he save it? The answer is a no. Everyone else gets through. There's a 1-car spin. And with relaxed yellows on, they're not going to get the call for it. Cheery, Pena, Mosteller, Yahir Rodriguez. There's Yahir now in the 99. Riding on with Anthony Burrows. Mosteller, Cheery. Others looking around. Michael Mitchum in the second position, trying what he can to close into Braden Mavic. We're not seeing a lot of these guys up front cut the dog leg. I think they find most of the speed by staying above that yellow line. That's where Braden Mavic is running currently now, pulling away to 3/10 over the Michael Mitchum machine. Yahir Rodriguez underneath Richard Cheery. William Schmidt in the 11th position. Rolls topside up near the outside retaining wall. Behind him, Max Steinmeier. Jackson buys their toe-to-toe. That's for the 12th position. Gavin Austin chose his way into the 3rd place spot. And oh boy, did it come at a great time. Has yet to be outside the top 7 within the opening laps of this race. Best so far, a P3. Max Swearengin up the 4th after making contact there with Kyle Terzak. Anthony Burrows, Matthew C. White. You can see the white machine getting loose on the outside. Sean Pena, Daniel Mosteller, Demos. Now riding into 8th position. Richard Cheery, Yahir Rodriguez, William Schmidt. Schmidt there in 11th. Max Steinmeier back to 12th. Yahir look for a move inside. Mose tight through 1 and 2. And lays some pain on the 12th. Already filing out, whether it's the 2x2 scattered throughout the field or single file logging laps. We are in that race form where you start wondering who can manage tires. Do we have to pit? And could we see something break out late? For Michael Mitchum, a breakout for the lead. That's what he wants. Has close to the bumper of Braden Mavic. Looks inside of the 42. Mitchum is there. Mavic. Can he squeeze? No point. Trying to get the run from 1 and 2 to carry the speed off exit. Switch back downstairs. Mitchum back to the gas. Gets the run off turn 4. Michael Mitchum, new race leader for Phoenix. And that battling actually allowed Gavin Austin to close in just a tad. 2/10 of a makeup. Max Swearengin nearly 2 seconds back. Michael Mitchum Car length advantage now over the 42. Most in 7th, Pena in 8th, Cherry in 9th, Rodriguez, that's P10. Steinmeier, buys Sanders. Then there's William Schmidt with Dalton Randolph. Still see a lot of these guys outside the top 10. They try to get as low as possible through that dog leg. And that's what the issue aligns with it. Randolph into the wall, and there goes James Thurston. Slides down the track, the caution will wave. And that was one of the worries. You go too low, can you get enough time to slide back up the racetrack and then set yourself up for turns 1 and 2? I don't think Dalton Randolph was ready for it. And you can see that left rear is toast for James Thurston. As he tries to find a way to drag it back. Caution is out for the second time. Let's watch a replay. Oh, may have had help there from Chase Schaefer. It was a huge lunge. I mean, I think Dalton Randolph actually made up spots doing that. We're going to watch back. Yeah, he got through Schaefer. He got through the 4. And then Netcode turns him up to the outside wall and collects the Thurston machine. 2 cautions today, both for Netcode. This will restock the field. Now they can go the rest of the way on fuel, tire saving. That's going to be the big question for the race in its longevity. We saw Michael Mitchum take the race lead. Jacob Jolson has stayed out. And we're going to see how the Adamants take care of that one. Austin is 2nd, Burrows the 3rd, and Braden Mubbick up the 4th. Mitchum P2 as of this moment. We will be ready to go green. And actually, Jacob Jolson may be given an L5 penalty. There is no number on that Toyota. And that's the thing about NR9 in America. You have to have a number if you're going to race with us. And a number is not visible on that machine, which means he should, in theory, be given an L5 penalty. NR9 in America fueling victories all year long. We get ready to roll. 40 laps to go as of this moment. We'll be down to 39. We'll be ready to rock. The 1 to go is out. Excitement in the air. Final stream of the NASCAR 2024 season before we go off-season live streaming starting next Tuesday. Ford, Toyota, Chevy, Ford, and so many others line up 2 by 2 as we get ready to roll. Caution. Michael Mitchum jumping the restart. Wow, I don't know what he thought he was doing. This will give an opportunity for some drivers to get by. Well, kind of just came out of nowhere. So we are now hearing that iRacing actually gave the green flag before the restart zone, which is why drivers all went. And that would be the third caution tonight, either for glitch or netcode. Wow. I have no idea how that just happened. I want to say hello and thank you to everyone that's hanging out with us down in the live chat below, as we'll get ready to try it again. They gave them the green when it came off of turn 2. Derek Hammer dropping down 1 gifted membership. Very thankful for that, Derek. 3 cautions in this race. You wonder what's now going to happen. A lot of uncertainty has been looming. Let's get ready to try it once more. Lined up 2 by 2 once again. Ford on the outside, Toyota on the bottom. Ford inside, Chevrolet topside, Chevy and Ford. That's lined up in row number 3. Back to the restart zone and we're green. Vic up the middle, 3 wide. As Austin and others looking for a way through if they can indeed find a way. Burrows underneath, White on the outside. Mosteller has yet to crack the top 3 in this race. Michael Mitchum leads. See Austin doing what he can on the bottom. Sean Pena there in 7th, Max Steinmeier in 8th, Jackson buys, Max Swearengin crowding back 2 by 2. Austin has closed that gap as much as he can. Now just a car length back. Mother got caught up in the pits, which is why he is restarting where he was. Now White underneath the Chevrolet. Burrows in 3rd. Austin is 2nd, Max Steinmeier. Middle of this field, sitting in the 8th position. They're starting to really spread on out. Multiple drivers already out of the race. Rex, Bassinez, Riker Byram, and others. Gavin Austin, every time we come to Phoenix, he gets excited. This is considered his home track. And Phoenix is actually a raceway that we don't race at much. So what will it be for the 22? Mitchum the leader, 31 to go. Austin is sitting there in 2nd, still trying to find a way around. Single file on the inside, top 4, top 5. Beautiful crowd watching back at home. A late call to make it a Monday night edition of NR Night in America. For a lot of you, you have Tuesday off because it's election day, a holiday. I can bet most of you all are enjoying that. What can Anthony Burrows do if he can't find a way around Gavin Austin? continues to peak, continues to wonder. Sean Pena there in the 7th position. Matthew White in 6th, Daniel Mosteller in 5th. Mulvick P4, Burrows P3. And Austin's doing what he can, just holding the driver behind him at bay. Burrows, another peak to the inside. This is the 1 and 2. The fight for the lead, which it once was, is now a fight for the 2nd position. Toyota leads as the Fords are toe-to-toe with 2 Chevrolets to follow. Mosteller cracks the top 5 for the first time this race. And now sets eyes on all the machines in front of him. Austin underneath, Austin on the outside, Burrows underneath. Looking, wondering, peeking, Sean Pena, Matthew White, oh, Frank DeAngelis well out of the groove. So Burrows is up to 2nd as he looks to chase down Michael Mitchum. Gavin Austin is into the 3rd position slot. We have not seen Mosteller go after Braden Mulvick just yet. Wondering if that is soon to materialize. Matthew White in 6th, Sean Pena in 7th, Max Steinmeier's there in 8th, Yahir Rodriguez, William Schmidt, and Richard Cherry back in the 11th spot. Anthony Burrows has not won at Phoenix in quite some time. Trying to see if he can do just that. He's already closing the gap now to Michael Mitchum. Look at the lap for lap on the bottom of your screen. He was toe-to-toe with Gavin Austin and still able to stay relatively close to the Michael Mitchum car. And now it's going to be a 4-6 again. On the left side of the screen, it looked to be a 4-4. With this next-gen car, you got to run where the other driver isn't. You're going to see a lot of these guys continue to try that fan-out method. In 3rd, Gavin Austin. Wondering what you can do, Daniel Mosteller. Now up to the 4th position, Mulvick dropping back to 5th. And either that 42 is expecting this race to go the distance and wanting fresh rubber, or he is truly struggling with that race car. Two and a half tenths the difference between the top 2. You see where Mitchum goes when he cuts that dog leg. He does not go below the white line. Versus what we saw earlier in the race, some of these drivers going well to the inside, what looked to be towards the inside wall. Almost a slap off corner exit. Toyota, Ford, got a Ford in 3rd, Chevrolet in 4th. Braden Mulvick watching on from the 5th position. What a race Michael Mitchum has had so far. 23 of the 40 laps have been all in his. For Gavin Austin has not been able to catch one, and now he's got most breathing down the neck. Mosteller inside, Gavin Austin hits the fence. Matthew C. White. He's been struggling with this loose race car all race long. Just can't hold on to it. And Sean Pena will now peak to the bottom. White in 7th, Steinmeier in 8th, Yahir Rodriguez in 9th, William Schmidt, Richard Cherry, then you got Kyle Turzak in 12th. Mitchum, Burrows, Mosteller, Austin, Movick, Matthew White, Sean Pena. That's toe-to-toe for the 6th and 7th position. Now Mitchum finds his way into the outside wall, starting to lose time to Anthony Burrows. What can Burrows do? Can he find a way through at any given moment? Slides in deep. Burrows somewhat right with them. Mosteller sitting in 3rd. Gavin Austin in 4th. Movick still in the 5th position. 16 laps to go this time by. And when you thought Michael Mitchum may have been pulling away just for a couple laps, it's Burrows that brings his machine within 3/10 of the race leader. Looking back to Matthew White, he's got Max Steinmeier behind him. 40 drivers in this race. And you may be thinking how many are out, give it just 7. 62 entered, 22 bumped out. And the sun has started setting here in Phoenix. The weather a little interesting. Track temperature up near 100, temperature outside 87, the humidity just 10. A little bit of wind coming from the southwest. So hot enough for rubber to take effect. That's what the tires, but not overly hot to where it's just saving you wind. Movick in 5th has not been able to get back to the stride he once had. And with 15 laps to go, coming to 14, it looks to be Mitchum versus Burrows. Here's William Schmidt, Kyle Turzak there in the 15th spot. Max Swearengin, talked with him earlier. Oh, I'm starting to put 2 and 2 together. A lot of damage on the 15, a lot of damage on the other 15 of Kyle Turzak. At some point, those two, they got into it. The right side damage on the Kyle Turzak Chevrolet. Spinning Anthony Burrows, he saved it, but will lose time. Caught up to Michael Mitchum. And now puts Mosteller in the ring. Watch the replay. And it was for a car on the racetrack, stopped sideways, and it will bring out a yellow. And he was able to go ahead and get it righted. As in all F4 and getting out of the way before the leaders came. But it did play an impact for what was going on up front, and that's why we're under the caution. 13 laps to go. We'll size them back up 2 by 2. We'll go back again to see how it all unfolded. It may have been Josh Kenyon's 27. Oh, wasn't Kenyon. Saw Quali Moore into the outside wall. Oh, and it definitely was in. Parked it. Did the right thing. Got it to pit road, but the problem was the fact the leaders were already on top of them. Quali Moore will have the caution come out for the 4th time. Money stop here at Phoenix. This is the go or go home move. Burrows is in, Movick is in, Mitchum is in. White is in, right side's going on. Do we see the left sides move on? Left side's on, Mosteller off and away, Michael Mitchum off and away, Braden Movick with that first pit stall. He will gain spots, he jumps to 4th. Gavin Austin back to 5th, maybe even 6th. Sean Pena, Max Steinmeier, and then you got Matthew White with Yahir Rodriguez making up that top 10. So with less than 10 to go, we're going to have a restart, and it is going to be on here in Phoenix. Ready to rock, ready to roll. Most in third. How about David Joyner dropping down the Champions Club membership, saying, couldn't make it to the race tonight as I'm in Orlando. Great showing so far. Thank you so much for watching. From Orlando, David Joyner, I wouldn't say long-term driver. I would say a pioneer driver in NR9 in America. He's been here since the beginning. So grateful for him. And he's going to get ready to watch a showdown from Phoenix. We will restart with 8 laps to go. Lap machines finding their way through enough to give the signal for the lights off. Michael Mitchum will choose the inside lane. Anthony Burrows will go right with them. Mosteller will be put on the outside. He will jump up a spot, putting himself on the front row. Movick to the outside. Late race restart for the ones just tuning in. You may have missed a lot, but you're going to hear and see the final moments of this race where things are about to clash. Monday night edition of NR9 America. All off and away. Mitchum, Mosteller, Movick versus Burrows. The fast four. To the restart zone, 8 laps to go in round 104. Mitchum with a great launch. Mosteller, a nose out in front of the 2. Mo sideways in front of the field. He puts it in the wall. Mosteller saves it, and there goes Brandon Movick. Schaefer involved as well. The caution will wave again. And right when we thought he saved it, he looped it. There's the damage to the nose. Can hold our breath once again on another restart. Let's see what happened. Did he get help? Just when you thought he had it saved, Movick and Gavin Austin get collected. The 87 was thrown sideways. Once again, this is on the restart. Trying to see if there was contact. No, just lost it on entry. Movick got sideways as well. Gavin Austin. The nose of the 22 is just right there. Caution is out yet again. And we'll have another late race restart. Mitchum, Burrows, that's 1-2. White, Steinmeier, 3-4, Terzak, Schmidt, the 5th, the 6th position. And now we get to try it all again. Daniel Rodriguez, River Page, Jax Holder, Carter Kingsley, Chase Schaefer, Dalton Rudolph. Check that, Randolph, Dalton Randolph, Shaver, and I think Kai Collymore has gone around one too many times with Josh Kendall. Josh Kenyon been in the wall maybe once too many times in this race. And we'll get the one to go. So once again, it will be Mitchum and it will be Burrows as we get ready to go green. Burrows on the outside, Mitchum on the bottom, Steinmeier, Terzak. Lined up 2 by 2. You see Matthew White there blinking, still with the internet issue. As we get ready to go back green. Burrows, Mitchum, White, Steinmeier, Schmidt, Terzak, Page, and Austin. Three laps at a signer from Phoenix. Three wide, 4 wide. You see Schaefer on the bottom. Terzak just there with Max Steinmeier. Anthony Burrows in second. Sneaking his way through, 2 to go. I just don't think he'll be able to catch him. Half a second the difference between Michael Mitchum, Gavin Austin sideways. Slides it to the bottom and loses all the spots he gained throughout the race. Salamanca, 1 to go for Michael Mitchum. Led the most laps in this race. Had a heck of a drive early on to find his way through Braden Mubbock. It looked like Burrows was going to catch him. It looked like Austin was going to catch him. But when the caution came out, it changed everything up and led Michael Mitchum to a victory from Phoenix Raceway. Wrecking, spinning, trying to get to the line. Max Steinmeier, River Page, all up in smoke. It'll be donuts for the 38 as round 1 is completed. NR9 America feeling victories all year long. Now Terzak putting a donut on the door. And the celebration will get started. Toyota grabs race 1. Let's go to Daytona. And we'll get ready to go once again, rolling What a win by Mitchum. Let's go talk to the race winner. Michael Mitchum, congratulations on the win.
Thank you, John.
Well, it was exciting, very much indeed. Walk me through this race. It got a little bit wild. It got very, very interesting. And that caution really changed things up. At any point, did you think you were under fire?
Yeah, for sure. Mavic seemed really quick. There early, and that honestly screwed him up for the entire race. I don't know where he went, but also Burrows seemed really fast. But with all those yellows, there wasn't much time for Burrows to execute how I think he would have if there weren't. Because I know Burrows is always fast, really anywhere you let him go. So I definitely think he would have been very good there if we had a bit more green. But overall, yeah, it was a really fun race. I really enjoyed it.
Heck yeah. Well, the excitement was here. It was fun. We were glad that you were able to hang out with us. Next Gens. Something about that in you mixed very well. Why is that?
I mean, I was there when it came out, and I honestly enjoyed it from the get-go, and I don't think a lot of people really did. So, I mean, that was the car I was really running for, like a year straight, just constantly running a fixed, just because I genuinely just really enjoyed it. So, I mean, it's always been my best car. I'm certainly not bad in the truck or Xfinity car. I have a few wins, and I think both of those in NR, but I've always loved the next gen, while others haven't as much. So, yeah, I've just always been really good at it.
I'll say this. Raul Alves came in and said, good job, Mikey. Dropping down to the $10 super chat saying, making Sim Shop look good. How did that sponsorship come together?
Yeah, they've, I've bought a lot of stuff from them, dude. They're the goats. If you're looking for some very high quality sim gear at very good prices, and also, good warranty and all that, then head over there. Mainly Sim Magic products, but I mean, best of the best in my opinion. So head over there if you're interested in something like that. I've definitely enjoyed what I've had over the past few years. So.
Heck yeah, Sim Shop getting that shout out. We'll say this, we do have an e-ticket coming up that will be at Talladega with the Tailgate 400. I want to say this to most that are watching right now. Sign-ups will be out either Tuesday or Wednesday. As most of you guys know, we're streaming today to avoid any of the wildness that could happen tomorrow. So keep that in mind. For Michael Mitchum, we're going COT racing at Daytona. What can we expect from you, and what can we expect from others?
Very loose, maybe a few blowovers. I think it'll be a good show. It always has been in an R, so I'm pretty excited for it. I'm not great in the car tomorrow, but I wouldn't say I'm bad either, so I'm neutral about it. I'm pretty excited.
That's going to be a lot of fun to see. Let me see if there is actually still, like, can we finally get a way to make these cars possibly pack race? That's what I'm trying to continue to look. I think we now can. Hold on. Hold the phone. We're going to see if we can get some pack racing here with the car of tomorrow. There was an update that dropped that. There was something that made it interesting. Okay. We think we're on to something. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go COT racing at Daytona. That'll be 40 laps. Bump day will be on. Bump day will be on. Session is up. Password is IDK. Let's get ready to go green. Now, I'm not saying I found a way, but before with the car tomorrow, you can only lower the power to about 95. We're going to bring you to our studios here in Nashville, Tennessee. We're going to allow Michael Mitchum to stay in here and hang out with us as he is the winner of the race. We may have found a way to lower the power just enough so they can pack race. I don't know it'll be the 240 that you guys are all used to with this car, but if it shows something great and it does work, we will be using it a lot more, because that is going to be Really, really cool to see. Session is up, passwords IDK. Mitchum, what do you think we need to do to make the COT more enjoyable for the viewers back at home and for the drivers racing?
Honestly, that's not a great question for me. I have no idea. But, I mean, I think on its own, the Car of Tomorrow has always put on a pretty good show. I've always enjoyed not only watching it, but also racing it. So, I mean, honestly don't know that you would need to change anything to make it enjoyable, but I mean, we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens indeed. Getting ready to rock and roll just one more time here. NR Night in America, feeling victories all year long. The Car of Tomorrow, for me, I have a lot of nostalgia over it. We'll continue to talk to different drivers. Michael Mitchum, congratulations. Let's hear, let's see as we get ready to go. Braden Movick, you were in that race. You were the leader at one point. You lost the race lead, and I remember looking in the live chat, and you said that you didn't like the setup. What was wrong with it?
I mean, it's nothing like inherently wrong with the setup. I mean, it's something you did. It's iRacing. For some reason, this calendar year, they decided to just change the setups like every single week for some reason, but which is frustrating. But I don't know. That first run, I was saving my tires. I let Mitchum pass me, and then a few laps after him passing me, you could clearly see I was catching him again because I was saving my stuff. And then just slid a little too deep in my box, lost 4 spots. I ran the same pace. I was running within the 10th of the laps I was running while I was leading, running the same line, but I don't know what was happening, but my right rear was gone after 5 laps.
Well,
I didn't slide it once.
I will mention
didn't touch
this.
The apron. It was insane.
We'll mention this. It was also not a night race. I know usually at Phoenix we only do night races. Matter of fact, I don't think we've ever done a day race at Phoenix. That may have been the first ever day race ever in NR Night in America at that track. Do you think that had anything to do with it?
No, because usually in cooler temperatures, it gets looser for the next gens. Because if it's cooler, the track has more grip. That means you can fire it in more, and the front end has more grip than the rear. So. No, it had nothing to do with that. I mean, I did a day race at Phoenix in this car not even 2 months ago, and it was not like that. It just, for whatever reason, whenever I was behind someone, every time I touched a scene and was on the gas, it just snapped. It was just snapping. And I was obviously touching the seam, crossing over seams when I was leading, and I never got loose once.
And
so,
it looks like we will not be having the cars slow down. Unfortunately, trying to see if we could get them down to a level. We got down to 50%. iRacing has dropped the cap off for the COT. At least that's what it showed for us. So I got the horsepower down 50%, and they're still doing well over 200 miles per hour. So I don't think we'll see any pack racing tonight, but it is interesting to note. Do you think there is still a way out there to make a COT pack race possible?
Only if iRacing ever has one of their happy mistakes. The only way we're getting a pack racing package is if they add the 2008 season.
All right, well, will be interesting to see. A lot of drivers have joined on in. We look to be bumping 40 only can race. Only 40 drivers can take the green flag for this round. Keep that all in mind as we get ready to go with Bump Day. Braden Movick, good luck out there trackside from the World Center of Racing. And a night in America for victories all year long. Continue to look, continue to peek, continue to wonder, continue to creep around. Moss Stellar, you're here. You're ready to go racing with us. Anything feel different with that COT?
It sounds a lot sadder when you get up to 4th gear and you're going full speed.
A lot sadder.
Yeah, it only gets up to like 8,000 RPM.
Really? So it worked?
No, it doesn't. It's not going to be.
It worked to a T. I did 50% because I thought that was going to be too much.
I don't think it's going to do anything different.
Let me see what the official iRacing call was. Because remember, with the COT, we could only before get the horsepower dumbed down to, what was it, 95%? And nobody likes lowering the horsepower. I know that's such a bad thing to say, but with this car has so much horsepower, even at 50%, I think it still has more horsepower than what the next gen is rolling with on a super speedway. So
Still getting up to like 220, so I think it's gonna drive.
before it was 240, right?
I don't know.
No, they're right. They still capped the engine power at 95. You just still cannot make that adjustment. I put it to 50%, but they still haven't capped that 95. 95% is actually not that bad. The lap times are going to be a little bit off. We're not going to see those blazing lap times. We're hoping this does help a little bit more with the handling. Does it handle a little bit better?
It's gonna be tight, and I think it's gonna be very track position based, just like before.
All right, well, you go top of the board. James Thurston goes third. 40 laps of action. What do you think these guys can expect?
We're gonna have a lot of wrecks from people just plowing tight because they think you could be on the throttle a lot. That's not the case. I think it'll be okay. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna light the world on fire. It's something different, and doing things a little different is always fun.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun to see if that is the case. 4 gears, not 5. We'll change that. Overlay in and out. Marcella, love hearing what you have to say. Very grateful for it. Good luck in this race. Continue to drag drivers around. Well, Frank DeAngelis, your race 1 didn't go as planned, but if I'm not mistaken, you've won with this car track combo. I believe so. I don't think you remember.
Seems like something I'd win.
All right.
I had that one Talladega race when I got 10 wrecked in front of the whole field. I remember that.
I remember that. Now, I will say, we have changed the horsepower a little bit. What have you seen or noticed?
What? We changed something?
I did. So I wanted to get the horsepower down to 50 to see if we can get pack racing. It's now to 95.
What is that gonna do?
I was hoping to make pack racing.
By decreasing the speed by like 5 miles an hour?
Well, 50% was the goal. It capped it at 95.
You don't have a... You would need a iRacing beta account to do that.
Well,
Which
iRacing,
I don't think any of us have.
Well, iRacing, if you want to see the coolest things ever broadcasted, give me the beta account because we would be ripping the COT. We'd be ripping the COT with a wing if we had to.
Sadly, they have other intentions. This car will be cobwebs in their files.
Stop. You're joking. They're not going to touch it again?
Probably not for a while. It's legacy for a reason.
Oh. We want the wing back. That's all we want. A version of it, just the wing. Even if it's broken.
There's a game they made 21 years ago. Where you can
here we go.
I'm just saying.
Do you want me to broadcast an NR Night in America on NR 2003? You know how that would be such an April Fool's thing to do.
It would have to be offline, ran by someone that I might know.
An NR Night in America offline race with the COT with the wing.
Cute little exhibition.
A McClyde race.
A what if?
A what if, an NR what if. You know, technically, when I started the NR 2003 races and did the play-by-play with them, and you just crashed us all on the nose camera there. When we started it, we used to call it NR Night because it was when we would stream NR 2003. And then we said, you know, let's just bring that name over to iRacing, and voila. It would be a cool callback. Everyone gets to pick a car again. It's like a lottery system.
How many people made the race? 40?
It is 40.
Oh, Lane Sanders didn't make it.
Lane Sanders has been bumped out at Daytona.
A lot of... actually, I'm not going to say a lot of good people missed. Not really. 60. It filled out.
Yep. Second race to go ahead and get that done. Excited for it indeed. Max Swearigan 10th. Raul Alves 12th. Looking, peeking, wondering. And you, where are you going to start? 7th?
He's 7.
He's 7. Frank DeAngelis. I saw in the live chat, a couple people said they wanted you banned, so I want to know what happened there at Phoenix.
With what?
With whatever happened.
Oh yeah, my London expedition and my gym arc. I haven't raced NR in about maybe a month. I did one iRace in the past 3 weeks. It was at Talladega. So I went into turn 1, car slid, wrecked a couple cars, had 2 broken toe links, didn't know it, pressed the gas, Marcus Vanderlei driving by, car hooked right, I wrecked him, he thought it was on purpose, and he's doing his whole little Karen shtick. So, you don't know both sides of the story until you do.
Oh, alright.
I mean, if I wreck people on purpose, you know I say it. I do it on purpose.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. Frank DeAngelis, who hit you by chance when the leaders were getting ready to cross the line? That one super speedway
that
race.
was the same guy who intent wrecked me and Josh the last race. That would be Kai Collymore.
Really? Because I think you just hooked it sideways and messaged me that quote-unquote random wrecked you.
Yes, that guy is a random, and he did wreck me.
Was he a ghost?
Not in that exact moment, but he seemed to wreck me.
Okay, we're going COT racing. Name the best car track combos with the COT.
I am in this other league, and they run custom sets. So if I ask them and get some of the sets, we definitely need to do Auto Club, maybe Indy.
Indy?
Some mile and a half, yeah.
Well, if you can go ahead and get those over, we'd be all for it. What about Bristol? We've always been...
Whoa.
What?
What are they doing?
What is who doing?
Two cars pulled up next to me, and then one just brake checked the heck out of the other.
Uh-oh. Well,
It was ripped.
we're going to get the one to go here. Do you want to say those magical words?
Oh, okay. Raul was trying to get this scheme on the broadcast. Let's go, Raul. Godspeed, drivers.
Oh my goodness, can you not say it like you're about to fall asleep? You know what, if you say it with your heart, I think you'll win this race.
Godspeed, drivers! And Vanderlei!
And Vanderlei, you're a go for throttle up. Good luck.
Thank you.
That is Frank DeAngelis as we get ready to rock and roll. Race fans, so glad you're with us here from the World Center of Racing. I'm John Ramos, the voice of NR. If you're looking for Phoenix, that was race number 1. We have now worked our way back to the East Coast to go full saw racing with the car tomorrow. Always a blast, always exciting to see what this car is capable of. Now we have 40 laps to get ready to roll. 62 entered the session. 22 had been bumped. Let's light the fuse from the World Center of Racing. Mosteller, the leader, off turn 2. Aiden Walker to his outside now, lined up with Anthony Burrows. 3 wide and dropping back goes the 22 machine. Trevino and others hold the toe-to-toe. Sean Penny up the second. Won't be enough. Most leads lap 1. Frank DeAngelis there to the outside. You see him in the 69. Sean Pena looking, wondering. Raul Alves just catching the outside wall. That was off turn 2. Most leads another. Walker on the outside with DeAngelis, with Movic. Thurston inside with Burrows. Sean Pena doing a great job of staying where he needs to be, doing everything he can. Look at the moves behind. Collymore Colasso. Hector Colasso making a name for himself in NR Night in America, now in the 111. Don't you love racing at Daytona with the COT? 37 to go in most leads. And so many love the 87 car because it's twitchy, it's feisty, it's fun to work with. But in NR Night in America, the car tomorrow has been such a nostalgia trip for so many viewers, drivers, myself alike. It's awesome to see these cars back rolling. Reminds me of the days when I was playing with diecast on the family room floor. Would spend hours just to make the track and do those 1 or 2 lap races. Burrows in third, Thurston in fourth, Aiden Walker there in fifth, in the number 93. Saw Josh Kenyon get loose off exit, couple machines in the outside wall. Schaefer. How's with Josh? Oh, one spinning middle of the field. Riker Byram involved. Keith Ingram up and over. Christian Delgado gets fenced, and the caution will wave for the first time. Just when you saw the front of the field really get single filed out, everything changed towards the rear. Looking at, we're still seeing speeds over 225. I don't think they're really hitting that 240. We're going to find out in a moment when they put the fresh rubber on. But wow, spin, and there it was. 46 into the outside wall. You saw the barrel roll there by Keith Ingram. Ingram gets tagged, and bam, right in that right rear. Gets launched up and slides on his lid. 111 involved as well. A lot of these drivers were mostly running around, not trying to be in any mess. You saw Jax Holder get tight through one and create a blockade that disrupted a lot. Caution is out for the first time here at Daytona. And we're hearing Marcus Vanderlei may have taken out a lot of cars in the situation that occurred. The admins, and no, I'm not saying the admins as in me, I mean the actual admins are calling for Marcus Vanderlei to be out for the night. A lot of damage to the rear of Raul Alves. And we can possibly go see what happened. There's Vanderlei in the background. These are the guys that were getting ready to check up to catch the pace car. There's Vanderlei in 56. Oh my goodness. Went right into the outside. Yeah, they did actually get it as a clip for the Raul Alves machine. And unfortunately, Alves will be stuck in that position. So one caution in this race as everyone else gets ready to rejoin. We'll get the one to go next time by. Kai Collymore, they have him as second. They have Zachary Trevino as the leader, and they may actually be calling both of them to the rear end. To see a restart. Movic, Sweargin, Mosteller, Burrows. get ready to go green. Yeah, when the thing is, that top two, I believe they're going to call them to go in and get tires. Because with this car tomorrow, with the restarts, the strategy, when they know a strategy for sure won't work, they'll call them in just so it doesn't hurt the integrity of the race and take out drivers that have put themselves also in position to go ahead and win. So we'll get the one to go here. Swearinger in the bottom with Mulvick. Mosteller to the outside. That's with Anthony Burrows. Now, in an e-ticket event, that would not be called because, you know, the e-ticket event, we keep it as the best 40, 43 drivers that come on through. Over some that are looking at it, they see 33 laps to go. Let me stay out and not take tires. Not exactly the best idea, including for the restart element. If you've watched a lot of COT races with us in NR Night in America, you know restarts get wild. And we've had restart wrecks before at Daytona that have won up a lot of machines in the COT. But hate to see that tonight. Let's get ready to go back green. Loving Mosteller, Swearinger and Burrows, Mitchum Walker, Austin and Kenyon. Chevy, Swearinger and Burrows. Chevy, Toyota, Mitchum Walker back there in the third row. And we get ready to try it again. Pace car will make that hard left onto pit road. Mulvick on the bottom, Mosteller on the outside, Burrows lined up with Swearinger. Back green from Daytona. Riding on with Anthony Burrows. Top lane moving, Mosteller right with them. How fast are they going? 2:27 on a restart. Mulvick in 42. Caps out nearly 230. Looks to the inside. Now we've seen speeds upwards at 240, 245 with the car tomorrow. With the 5% less horsepower, trying to see if we can make it more maneuverable. We've already seen that so far tonight. Have yet to crack 240. Trouble, Kevin Austin. Slid to the bottom, collects Aiden Walker, and may have allowed River Page to get a piece of it. Page, heavy damage on the right side. Aiden Walker, heavy damage as well. Austin continues, and it will make those two machines, those two drivers, very displeased with the driver that is now pulling away. Raul Alvis right in the thick of it. DeAngelis getting through. Braden Mulvick going to the race lead. You can see how they've all separated out. With Mulvick now leading single file in a train. Pulling the bottom side of the racetrack. There's Balderas. There's Burrows there in third. looking, moving, and peaking. Mo's to the inside. That's a Braden Mavic. Not enough. I thought, man, if he was going to make that work, it was going to be tough. But wisely let out of the throttle. This is the lead group. Everyone else trying to catch up after the River Page and Aiden Walker shunt. You guys as back as 21st, 24th, 26th. Now single file to somewhat stay within the draft. This is Group 1. Mosteller the leader, Mitchum in second. Burrows there in third. Now Josh Kenyon moving up to the 4th position. Hi, Trevino, Dudger. Looking, wondering, peeking. Mosteller, Mitchum. What a race we have in store here at the World Center of Racing. Daytona with the car tomorrow. Burrows in third. Kenyon in fourth. Mavic in fifth. Speeds upwards of 235 miles per hour. Mitchum the second. All single file now on the bottom of the racetrack. Some drivers scattered, wondering if they can move out of line. Mavic in fifth, Kenyon in fourth, Mitchum in second. Most leading. Schaefer, Austin, Thurston, Pena, Jolson, Trevino. Now Joseph Armstrong has worked his way up inside the top 15. Coming to 23 laps to go. Michael Mitchum, new race leader from Daytona. He won at Phoenix just the race earlier. Oh, Kenyon sideways, and he's up and over. Pena got a piece of it, Gavin Austin as well. Caution will wave. Wow. It happened oh so quickly. Josh Kenyon was the first one to catch air. Look at the 20 sneak his way through Braden Mavic. Heavy damage to his nose. Also a big impact. started with the 42 turning the 27. Oh man, what a hit. James Thurston. Another one going up and into the air. Oh my goodness. And somehow through all of that, Frank DeAngelis got through. Watch on board. Smoke ahead. Kenyon sideways. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Look out. And more. Decided to follow with. Let's go right on with Joseph Armstrong. Just saw Mulvick ahead of him and said, I'm going to avoid it. Braden Mulvick, one of the drivers involved in it. Let's see from his onboard. Wow. And that tore up a bunch of machines. There's Josh Kenyon. He'll be bringing to, well, I wouldn't say pit road. He's going to be spinning it out. Who is left? We must find out as we get ready for the restart. Anthony Burrows, the race leader. Stiller in second. Max Swearingen in third. They'll line them back up 2 by 2. Burrows on the bottom, Mosteller on the outside. As they get ready to go back green. 2 by 2. There's Thurston finding his way to the inside. He'll get one of his laps back, as well as so many others. 20 laps to go. We're halfway through this race. We're all still wondering what's next on the chopping block. We have to do a Daytona race 1 with a COT in the near future. I'm talking with duels and without a doubt, definitely with an LCQ. Mose, Burrows, Swearingen, Schaefer, Jason Beckman dropping out the hot pass. Irwindale race tonight, I beg of you. Would have to hit 300 likes to have a shot at race 5. That's what it would come down. Pace car will make the hard left on the pit road. Chevy on Chevy lined up. 19 laps to go. Max Swearengin outside, help with Mose. Clears Anthony Burrows to turn 3. Burrows on the bottom. Mitchell with him. Mosteller now outside, toe-to-toe. That's with Raul Alves. Alves has been through so much this race. He got ran in the back of by Marcus Vanderlee under yellow, then involved in the incident ahead of him. Now here he is in the 4th position, looking to see what he can do. The crowd on the bottom. Some machines topside trying to make up ground. Carlos Truther climbs the ladder in 8th. Flirting with the throttle, that's to the trioval. And so much yet to roll with. Mitchum in 3rd, Alves Mosteller, that Sweeto wheel for 4th. Frank DeAngelis in the 5th position. Now lined up with the 99. One car stopped underneath River Page. Chase Schaefer in the 5th position, turned by Raul Alves. Caution waves again. And that will bring the yellow out once more. A lot of damage to the 99. You saw the incidents. The machine stopped in the inside lane. Alves comes down and cleans out the 99 of Schaefer. Unreal. That looked very, very intentional, I will say. And there he goes. Well, we've had wrecks on wrecks on wrecks. I will say, if you're wondering why can't I hit certain pitches in my voice today? Well, I had a broadcast at National Fairgrounds Speedway, quarter-mile action. That was on Friday night. I had broadcasting Saturday as well. Sunday did all the pre-race festivities for the All-American 400, with Friday and Saturday being TV. Sunday I was going to be over the PA, and then they said, no, John, you're going to be also doing pre-race. And Chase Schaefer, I don't think is too happy there with Raul Alves. Like to chase him down, and Alves will go to the safety of pit road. Oh, he's still going for him. And then today came around, I was like, oh man, I'm feeling it in my voice, but we're still going to stream. And we'll be ready to go again. There's Schaefer to the outside. And we are hearing that they're going to park Chase Schaefer, not obviously because he was intentionally wrecked, so we have thought. we'll have to get to the bottom of it, but mainly because we don't want him to get others involved that were not a part of the on-track incident. Carlos Truther, Kai Collymore, James Thurston, Smidil. All lined up. And there's Raul Alves currently sitting on pit road. So we'll get the one to go this time by Max Swearinger, Anthony Burrows, Michael Mitchum. We'll get ready to go again. Alves will be even in L1, we believe, maybe more for what happened. Not too many people are happy with the turn, but it will move the inside lane. Well, actually, not too many moved on the inside lane. When the choose cone came into effect, Mosteller jumped top, and he will be back on the front row. So yeah, so my voice does sound a little off today. I know some may have noticed it definitely during the Phoenix race. Do not be alarmed. It's just been 4 straight days of talking into a microphone. 3 on the reality side, live on Racing America and Track TV, and the 4th one here live on YouTube. Palazzo, Mitchum, Trevino, Ortiz, Gunger. That is the top 8. And we'll get the one to go. Time to roll once more. All roads lead into victory lane. Pace car hard left on the pit road. Chevy Toyota, road number 1. Chevy Toyota, road number 2, back underway. Burrows in second, Mosteller in third, Mitchum in 4th, Trevino in the 6th position, Collazo, Gudger, DeAngelis, Collymore. $11 to go. You see the squeeze. Smoke coming out the right side of Carlos Ortiz, fighting a loose race car. Swearinger and Burrows looking top. Too far back to draw even, and there they go. Michael Gunter into the catch fence. They all scatter into it. Armstrong is in. Damage to Carlos Truther. And the caution will fly once more. Oh, and late hit for Pena after River Page went for the squeeze. Wow. damage. For a lot of these drivers. They'll give us a moment to catch up. How did it all happen? Frank DeAngelis turning Michael Guncher up and over and forcing everyone else to scatter in. Straight up hooked them. Wow. Everyone else that went low to avoid came right up the track. Caution is out once again. Multiple drivers have littered the racetrack as cleanup is once again back underway. Swearigan, Burrows, Mosteller, Mitchum, Trevino. Oh, yes, that is. Rattle Aldis, White, and Frank DeAngelis will be given an L1 penalty. Aiden Walker, Christian Delgado, William. I believe actually Will Shack's full name is William, so we're going to say that again. William Shack, James Thurston, Joe Armstrong, whose full name is also Joseph Armstrong, hanging out with us. 9 to go. Will be 8 to go. This time by, we'll restart with 7. Let's get a word from some drivers. Frank, it was wild there. What happened?
Why do you sound weird?
What do you mean?
Oh, you're good now. Yeah, L1 chicken fingers. That's why I pitted. I knew it was coming.
Okay. How did you know I said that word for word, bar for bar in the admin chat?
Man, it's like I'm in the VC with everyone in the team.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, there is like 12 people in that same VC all racing. Has it been an entertaining stream for you?
I've enjoyed it, yeah.
Daytona must be interesting. Because I keep getting messages from people saying there's happy so-and-so wreck, or they're not happy
really,
that this is happening or whatever.
It's interesting why they're still not pitting. That's why that wreck started, because bums stayed out, and they don't want to make moves. So when the good people pit and are on better tires and they want to make people make moves, they don't want to make moves. They have to try to force them to make moves because they clog the track.
Right.
And then something stupid like that happens.
Now we're here at Daytona, most notably Daytona Beach, which is just off the coast from the ocean. Talk to me about the sea and how much you love hanging out with all the sea creatures. So hard to do that with a straight face.
I like to stay on the beach.
Okay.
Have like a leisurely game of catch or like a football or a baseball and have it not thrown at you at 40 miles an hour on purpose, and then have them throw the ball lightly to everyone else.
It won't happen next year. It won't happen next year. 40 miles per hour won't happen next year.
Alright.
Anyways, any good restaurants you've thought of eating at recently when you get ready to make your way back to Daytona International?
Definitely want to try, I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. Pretty cool. Well, we'll get ready to try it all once again. Good luck. That is Frank DeAngelis lining up back 2 by 2 as they work their way through the restart zone just one more time. This is NR Night in America, doing victories all year long. Chevy, Toyota, Chevy, Dodge, and a pair of Chevrolets line up in row number 3. Back green from Daytona. Matthew White, Moss Stiller, Trevino, Mitchum, Walker, Ortiz, DeAngelis, all scattered through. 62 entered. Final group of drivers, 6 to go. Max Swearengin trying to hold off Raul Alves. Armstrong there in 12, trying to make some moves. He's to the inside now with Christian Delgado. Spaniel. DeAngelis, Mitchum. There's Moss Steller in 5th. Aiden Walker to the outside. Matthew White. What does he roll with? 5 to go. Walker trying to make a second lane work. James Thurston, when does he shoot out of line? Playing it safe on the bottom. And Anthony Burrows is waiting right there. Walker on the outside, making up ground. Four laps to go for the World Center of Racing. Alves in the fence. Mosteller on the bottom. Thurston in the middle. We saw Max Swearengin on that inside. Now Walker moves to the top. That's what Joseph Armstrong. Joe saves it after contact with the 15, now the 93. DeAngelis into Swearengin. Anthony Burrows up and into the air on his lid. Caution will wave. It's the second time Frank DeAngelis has caused the caution tonight. Wow. Well, we've had a lot of cars up and into the air today. Let's take a look at the replay. And it may have been Max Swearengin just barely getting into him. Anthony Burrows along for the ride. It starts with Armstrong here. And Aiden Walker just caught the nose of DeAngelis, and there was nowhere to go. Pushing, shoving, shunting, and it's all resulted in another caution. here at the World Center of Racing. Armstrong, Walker, DeAngelis, Thurston, Trevino. Trevino in third, staying out. Others coming in. Aiden Walker. Max Swearigan in as well. And we'll get ready for a restart. So it'll be Toyota and Ford now on the front row. Trevino Ortiz back in row number 2. Most in 6 coming out of pit road. We'll be ready to go back green. So the field has paced on up, single file. Joseph Armstrong the leader. And for the first time tonight, we're going to see overtime in NR Night in America. The one to go this time. The one to go this time by 2x2 overtime from Daytona. Who do you think's gonna win this race? Is it gonna be Joseph Armstrong? Is it gonna be Carlos Ortiz? Pace car makes a hard left on the pit road, and we'll try it again. Armstrong, Ortiz, 2 to go for Daytona. Ortiz on the outside, 3 wide, Trevino. Three wide Walker. James Thurston goes up and over. Flips violently, gets nailed. And the caution waves once more. And while that all happened, Frank DeAngelis took the lead. We will try it again. We are hearing word that it was a net code wreck, this time down the backstretch. Oh, I don't know. That's going to be tough to see. That's what we were told from the ones up in the tower. Oh, Christian Delgado, nowhere to go. That's going to be a rough estimate. There was the first one, but that second one for sure. And there was contact made. James Thurston flips violently down the backstretch to bring the yellow out once again. Walker, DeAngelis, Armstrong. Armstrong in, Mitchum. No, actually Armstrong, yes, now coming to pit road. Mitchum staying out. And it will set up yet another restart. Just when you thought you were going to see who comes to victory lane. Now, we're not done with Daytona. We go road course racing after this 12 laps with the Generation 6 stock car. And then we do the NASCAR Xfinity Series for that fourth and final race of the night. That will lock in what we have in store at our night in America, fueling victories all year long. We are going to get the one to go this time by. They'll choose inside or outside lane. And those guys that came down pit road, they should have just enough time to make it back onto the racing surface. You saw Joseph Armstrong and them. They'll rejoin this field. And man, so wondering, why do we have so many blowovers with the COT? Well, they don't have roof flaps on the iRacing build. And actually, the truck, they blow over, I wouldn't say just as much, but they blow over a ton. Even with the roof flaps, it's a part of their new damage model, and when they added the new damage model in, they also added in the blowover physics. And that's why you see the wildness that we currently have in store. Let's try it all just one more time. Joseph Armstrong on the outside, warming the tires up. Pena lined up right with them. Toyota versus Dodge. Chevrolet's lined up. Back green for the World Center of Racing. Trevino, Mitchum, separated by two. Alvis and DeAngelis, they've worked together before. Do they switch the deck? Or do they link up with what they have? Mitchum top side, DeAngelis trying to block the 48. Salamaca, one to go from Daytona. All bets are off, back to 1 and 2. Mitchum Half a car length advantage, one spinning in the rear. And upside down, Joseph Armstrong. Trevino a heave. Looks for a way to the outside. Here comes Mosteller. Mose is there, blocked by Mitchum. Michael Mitchum goes back-to-back, run at Phoenix and wins at Daytona. What a finish. And her night in America, feeling victories all year long. No point in going back around. Mitchum has won this race, and he has done it in style. How about those Miami Hurricanes, huh? Being ranked 4th, an amazing sight to see. What a finish we just saw in a wild, wild way. Things got wild in a hurry, and Michael Mitchum will hang out with us once again in Victory Lane. Michael Mitchum, you do it again. Congratulations.
What's up, John? Did it.
Back to back, Phoenix to Daytona, coast to coast. Race this one a lot more wild, and you were not the favorite to win, but you were there when it mattered the most.
Yeah, I had the tire advantage there at the end, and I had a big, giant push from Raul, and with Frank being down there on the bottom with such bad tires, I was just able to power right by him with Raul there, and I hated to leave Raul like that, but the top just doesn't work very well if you're equal tires, so I had to get down as quick as I could, and that's exactly what I did. I got the big run off of 2, and then I went down the back stretch with a giant run, and I was able to clear Frank and get there into turn 3 with a really good position, but it was a crazy race. I think that's my first super speedway win in ours, so that's pretty exciting in my opinion. So.
Oh yeah, that was a great finish all the way through. 3 wide, you saw the moves, and you had to start blocking. Did you think you were going to get hooked at the end?
Yeah, kind of. But by the time we were entering the trioval, I mean, it wouldn't have really mattered that much, I don't think. But I thought I would, trying to block Demos like that. I thought something little would happen. That could lose me the race, but we were able to power through it, and we got there. The checker.
Well, it was fun. It was exciting. Biggest moment of the race. How did you get through those big ones?
A lot of net code. I wouldn't have realistically made it through many of those wrecks. I was definitely inside a few drivers there during that race. But I mean, power be to the iRacing gods for letting me get through it and see another day. I mean, it was partially me. I was able to avoid some of the big crashes, but there was one there that was just completely blatant. I went right through the guy. I don't know who it was, but it was pretty obvious.
Well, that was interesting indeed. 2 in a row. The third one's a road course. We're excited to see what you can do there. Do you think you can go 3 in a row? We haven't had anyone sweep the night in a long, long time.
I don't think it's impossible, but I'm not great at road courses. I think I'm pretty equal skill with a lot of the better drivers in the Gen 6 at road courses, at least. So I think I do have a shot there.
It's going to be tough to beat Joseph
Um,
Armstrong. That's going to be your biggest
yeah,
competition.
yeah, for sure. But as far as the Gen 6 goes, I think I'm at least there. I don't know about better because I'm just not much of a road course racer, honestly. But we'll see what happens.
All right, well, we're going to get ready to rock and roll here in just a matter of moments. Not the final race of the night, but it's going to be a big talking point. If you win this one, all eyes will for sure be on Texas Motor Speedway, where, if I'm not mistaken, you have won multiple times in NR Night. You won the time-shortened race, and then you won straight up when we did it the second time around. So winning is not new to you there. The big challenge will be this next one, and then we're going to keep it all in mind. 12 laps, Daytona. Ooh, do we make it a night race? We have yet to do a night race. Do we make it a night race? You know, let's see the chat. It depends on what's spammed in the chat. What would you like, Mitchum? Night race or day race for the next one?
I might get a little controversy for this, but I honestly like how the cars look at Daytona Road on nighttime. So, like under the lights. So that would probably be my vote.
How about that? I mean, I actually would not be against it. It would actually be a nice change of pace. You know, I know we've been doing a lot of day races. And also with the time changing, which is still very weird for me, it's tough to see the sun going down at 4:30. A lot of night. Seeing a lot of night there in the chat. Why is night better? Is it a better handling at all? I know you said you like the look of it, but what's just the overall feel?
Yeah, it does handle a lot better. It's a lot cooler of a track, and your car is just able to get through the turns a whole lot easier. And like I said, they also just look a lot cooler in my opinion, under the lights. So
it won't be our first time doing a night race at Daytona either. When we did the 24 hour, the 2.4 hours of NASCAR, we did it at night, and actually looked really, really cool. So something to keep in mind as we continue our way through. Michael Mitchum rolling through. How's the esports side going? Forgot to ask you.
I mean, it hasn't started back up yet. We still got another 3 months until Roto Pro, so we got high hopes for that. I got my boy ready to spot me, Tyler Dohar. Excited for it. It's gonna be a good time. Hopefully we can get through to round 2 this year. Had some bad luck last year, so.
All right, well, session is going up. Password's IDK. Good luck from here on out. Let's see if you can go 4 in a row.
Thank you.
That's Michael Mitchum, ladies and gentlemen. The session is up. Password is IDK. We'll continue to drag drivers in and out from their talking points. Most, you got to experience it. The 5% less horsepower. Did it make a difference? Did it make the racing more exciting?
No, it didn't really do anything, unfortunately.
Well, talk to me about that race. A lot of cars upside down, and you were still in the thick of it at the end.
Yeah, I took a gamble with taking 2 tires when I got crashed late in the race, and it worked. It was doing something, and then everybody saw what happened on the back straightaway. It's I could say a lot of things right now, but I'm a nice guy, so I'm gonna keep it to myself. But if you watched it, you know. But it is what it is.
All right, well, going to be a lot of fun to see. We're going to bring it back to our studios in Nashville, Tennessee. How about you hang out with us for a moment as the session goes up? Exciting things very much are. My season coming to a close. Did you see the Mark Martin shirt that I got as of recent?
I did not.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so for everyone that's in the live chat right now, the Discord is updated. The link is updated. Go ahead and check out the Mark Martin shirt that I got. Harrison Liu absolutely did a fantastic job on this. I just posted it in Blue Carpet. You guys can go ahead and check it out. I love it. I mean, it is insane. I cannot wait to... Okay, I'm already getting skull reacted with it. But it's cool. It is really cool. I cannot wait to wear that out. I know I have a banquet to go to Wednesday. Fortunately, I can't wear it there. I gotta, fully dress up. But that with jeans and my cream shoes, I mean, come on. I think it's gonna be beautiful. It's the Eagle Flies at Night, a part of One Hot Night from 1998. That is the Mark Martin throwback shirt. Love it, love it, love it. What do you think, Demos? Do you think that looks cool?
Yeah, Yeah, it looks cool. I like it.
Looks amazing. Once again, you can join the Discord by clicking the link in the description below. You can join us in this community. Road course racing, we're doing it at night. We have done it before. Mitchum is 2 in a row. We haven't seen someone sweep the night in a long, long time. We have to go back to when Baker won 2 in a row, and that was it. Or 3 in a row, I think, at one point. We were like, oh, that's it. What do you think about him possibly getting it done, if possible, in the modern era?
Yeah, Mitchum isn't good at turning left and right. I'm not worried about him sweeping the night.
Okay. Well, that's a shot.
Yeah, I think Joe or I will win. One of us two. This isn't really one of my stronger road courses, so I know we did it last time and it was pretty tight with some people you really don't expect to see up front on road courses. So I think it'll be an interesting race. I don't think you're going to see a lot of people pull away from each other, so that'll make it fun.
Gonna be fun to see indeed. One thing I want to talk about for the ones that don't know, I love. Okay, now I'm looking at blue carpet while live streaming. Not the smartest thing to do, but we do see new people are joining the Discord with that little shout out to it. You know, might as well say hello to the new Discord members, Wild, Jonathan, and Mikey. How about that? Welcome to the Discord. Once again, link is in the description below. It is updated fully. One thing I have noticed is my new style is retro NASCAR stuff, or just NASCAR merchandise in general. Dale Jr. has the greatest merch, I think, ever. Like, you saw the Tide shirt photo that I had that Riker Barham took at Talladega with the cowboy hat? The Tide shirt carried the photo. It completely carried the photo. And, like, since I saw that, I'm like, wow, I think the retro NASCAR gear is just, you know, what I have to wear out from now on. That, my polos, and my solid black shirts. But Harrison Luke, fantastic job on that piece right there. It was amazing. Road course racing, 12 laps. Do you expect cautions?
I hope not, because turn one's going to be an experience.
Ooh, we're only going to have 5 minutes of qualifying. And we have a lot of people to bump, so you guys better head out there and quick. It may be going off of iRating. With that knowledge alone, how do you take this? Is this oval iRating? So you should technically be a lock.
Oh yeah, I should be fine. But obviously, setting a lap would be the ideal situation. Just setting a banker lap. You're only gonna have time for 1 lap, so.
All right, we're gonna continue to monitor. So there is time to go ahead and get at least 1 lap in, as long as you're right on the gun.
Correct.
Yeah, we are looking upwards once again of 60. That's 3 races in a row where at least 60 drivers were joining on in. Oh, I expect to hear a lot of unhappy race car drivers with this one if they don't make it in, but Jax Holder quickly going. Well, can you take the oval first? No, right?
No, you said you get a black flag.
We do not clear black flags. Jax Holder will be the first one to be on the bubble if he can make it or not. Bryce Benton goes to the East Horseshoe, checks it out real quick, goes in and out. Marquez Ramos in and out as well. Most, you have to focus. Good luck. We'll continue to chat on win. But let's talk with a driver that has done a great job at racing on the road course. He's got his first road course win, actually, as of recent. William Schmidt, haven't spoken to you in quite some time. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm on the back end of a sinus headache. So
yeah, I'm about to say, you sound sick.
Yeah, and open. I just blew the corner.
Yikes.
Yeah, so I'm going through a bit of a flu game right now.
Okay, so you're going to win.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, flu games had a pretty good track record in racing.
Well, we'll see how that goes down. Seeing what you can do. You got your first road course win. That was at Sebring. This is another Florida-based racetrack that I know you've done well at. What's the challenge in winning here?
Probably the Gen 6 itself.
Okay. I was going to say, if you want to say it in like 25 words or less, it can work out. Don't worry.
All right. Yeah, I mean, Jesus, but yeah. The Gen 6, oh man, I have not driven this car in a while.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow, we all saw that.
This is not going to be pretty. But luckily, this isn't the timed lap, so it's not the one that matters.
That's not the one that matters. So this is the one that matters. We're going to have you focus since you're sick and continue to hear back from you. Dominic Barbagallo, welcome back.
Hello, Jonathan Ramos.
Are you qualifying at Daytona?
I'm currently qualifying.
All right. Well, one, great job on the Tailgate 400 logo. Very grateful for that as well.
Thank you.
Okay, how about this? You know what? Let's play a game.
I'm doing a lot of things right now, but I'll try.
Play me in archery while I commentate and you race.
While I'm
let the
rotoling
people.
and using my. Alright.
Let the people. Well, I wouldn't say this because you gotta make the show. There's like 60 drivers. I would say during the race, let the people see who would win in a game of commentator versus driver.
Don, I gotta use both my hands to shift, to steer the wheel, and I gotta use both my feet.
And I have to use my mouth, and I have to keep these viewers informed on what's going on.
You got the telemetry up?
I do have telemetry up.
Oh, did they see me using the clutch and everything? Great action.
Okay, you know what? No, I lied. I did not have telemetry on. I had the ticker on. And now I have you down the backstretch. Okay, you're 194. Great speed, by the way, down the backstretch. Love it.
I'm gonna go wide.
Uh-oh.
Keep it on. All right, we're good.
There you go. Look at that. Now you're down to second gear. You got to get up to third right here.
Yeah,
You're projected to make the show. I hope you feel good about yourself.
Well, it's a road course. I'm not bad at it, but I'm better than a lot of people at it.
All right, let's see what you get right here. Third gear. You got to grab fourth in a moment. You're up to 9,000 RPMs. Oh, there you go. Great shift. 197 on a road course. 99. Come on, hit 200. Hit 200.
Back to first.
203. And there goes the end.
Oh man, I missed the shift.
P9
Yeah.
for Dominic Barbagallo.
That is slow.
Riker Byram.
Slow.
He gets
All right,
his
archery. All right, man. Let's see how this goes.
time in. Okay, you know what? Let's just do it now. I'll commentate archery before the race. Just don't go ahead and let the whole world know what's going on, because I gotta let them know. Alonso 7th. Okay, a lot of times going down. Christopher Bundy's here. Landon Gentry. I love the Daytona road course just because it's one of the better road courses that we go to in our night in America. Carlos Truther, 14th. Welcome to the show. Okay, now this is archery on iPhone games. I'm going up against Dominic Barbagallo. I'm going to commentate this so you can hear it. Okay, Bart, first pull, 9. Yikes, going to be terrible with the second one. Boom, another 9. Has to get a 10 if he's going to beat me, and it drops to 10 finally. So Barbagallo, off of his 3-arrow shot, scored a 28. I'm going to do this live. You're not going to see
watching John use a urinal. He misses all the time.
Okay, that is
That's
very
too much.
wrong.
That's too much.
Let's see, 0.8 win. That's going to the west. I get the east. Bang, nearly a perfect shot in the middle. Get a 10 there. Now it's 1 mile per hour wind. That's down towards the southwest. And we strike another 10. 2.3 miles per hour. That's for the wind. Going now south. And we say, give us 10. A perfect 30. Barbagallo down by 2. This is live on air, ladies and gentlemen. Live on air. Down by 2. No music in the background. We're going to let you know.
Delay the green.
Better delay the green. What do you mean? It's going to be done right here. I don't think you're winning this next round. I got a 30. You got a 28. That's on round 1. Now they're going to back it up about 100 yards, give or take. Maybe not. Maybe 100 feet. And then we're going to have to gauge on how that goes down. Currently, Barbagallo is qualified up inside the top 10. This is iPhone games that we're playing right now for Game Pigeon. The archery game just scored a 30. 3-0. He got a 2-8. That's for 28. All right, here we go. Wow, a 9. Should have been an 8. He got lucky with that one. Backs it up with the 10. Third one gets a 9. It's back to a 28. Barbagallo, I don't think he could hit water if he fell out of a boat. But unfortunately, he is now in the back burner.
Right.
Mile and a half wins. Going to the side. Oh, they say give me 10. That's on the first pole. 3.5 south. Let's see what we can work with right here. Bang. Give me another 10. I just need to score a 9 or better. And it is over. 3.5 mile per hour winds. Heading to the northeast. Bam, 10. See ya. You just got skunked. 30 all.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He sweats. He actually sweats 2 things. He sweats GTA 1v1s and he sweats archery.
I love archery. I promise you, you cannot find a better person at archery than me. I've been saying that since high school. I have been winning since high school. You know what? NR9 in America. Fueling victories all year long. Dominic Barbagallo just lost in the 1v1, and now he gets to see if he can win at NR9 in America. Barb.
I always lose. I never win.
Good game, Barb. Good game. Love the enthusiasm you had. We got the one to go. Good luck.
I would have got a better lap time if he did not distract me.
Probably would have. 12 laps to work with. Let's get ready to roll. Armstrong, Mosteller, McConaughey, and Benton. Rodriguez, Walker, Collazo, and Thurston. Pace car makes the hard left on the pit road. Joseph Armstrong and others lead them down. We raced on the oval. It's time to twist and turn on the road course. Let's light the fuse for the world's center of racing. Christian Delgado and others pile in. That's in the tri-oval. The caution will wave right away. Multiple drivers in the grass. Yahir Rodriguez. He's into Benton. And it did not take long at all. Watch back to it. You saw Braden Lubbock the first move to the inside. Wondered how that was going to stack up. Watch Gavin Austin in the 22. I don't think he had anything to do with it. I think there was a checkup ahead of him, and they just all stacked up. Checking up in front, Austin, the move to the inside, catching Christian Delgado. And unfortunately, it will bring drivers to pit road. So a big checkup has brought us under the yellow flag for the first time in this race. We'll continue to chat with drivers. Let's chat with currently your race leader, Joseph Armstrong. Joe, how are you?
All right, how about yourself?
Doing pretty well. Unfortunately, under the caution flag for the first time, not leaving us with a lot of laps already on the board. Now, not much to work with once we get the restart. How's life going for you?
It's going solid, you know, living life just like I was last week.
Heck yeah. Caution comes out, you look at this leaderboard, who do you think's got the best shot at being a contender?
That's your answer.
Oh man.
I genuinely, I mean, maybe Demos, but like, other than that, I don't really fear Demos, but if I don't fear Demos, then I'm not fearing anybody else in this field, to be honest with you.
Ooh.
Disrespectfully.
That is, yeah, I was about to say that's a very disrespectfully, but hey, you know what? I still think you can go out there and get it done. Where is the pace car? I have not the clue. The pace car, oh my goodness, the pace car is in the tri-oval.
Yeah, short at least. just one to green it now.
You think you're gonna be able to catch
Wait,
it in
actually,
time?
no, don't. Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, well, it's already in the travel, so we do see the 1 to green, and we will get them all lined back up. So technically, the laps are happening. It's almost like it's a virtual safety car.
Yeah, worst case, I mean, like a green won't come out until I get to the thing anyways, so I don't have to catch the pace car. Yeah, they don't know that.
So you guys will line up. The pace car is now heading down into 1 and 2. Okay, McConaughey's in third. What happened?
Buddy, I don't know if you realize, but like the green's not coming out until I cross the start finish line. The pace car can be 30 seconds ahead of us and it won't matter. Go ahead, sorry.
Is that to Aiden Walker?
Walker's being like, I don't know, he's been on one the last couple of weeks. Just so I don't know. He's just I don't know. It's not just him, it's there's been a few of those.
I love how we got a live talk back into the race chat with that. First time in a while that we have seen someone.
But yeah, like I was saying, like Demos, it'll be solid. Aiden about drove through me on entry. He did, I should say. But we're
Just
good.
had one spin out. That's a 51 machine, and that may have been Jason Beckman.
So was it?
Jason Beckman.
Oh yeah, that's.
You're so terrible today. And I don't mean as driving, I just mean going after guys. Joe's ready. I can see you're hyped to win.
Huh?
I can see you're hyped to win.
Yeah, I can't wait to be back in here in about 10 more laps.
Well, good news, the pace car is in NASCAR too, so you're going to be right there. You have been blinking.
I am. It's because you're in here. I wasn't before.
Okay, so
We gotta wrap up this interview.
we got to wrap up this interview. Yep, we're going to go ahead and take care of that. Good luck.
Yeah.
And that's Joseph Armstrong, ladies and gentlemen. He will catch the pace car, and we will be ready to go back racing. So the field will size up 2 by 2. Armstrong, Mosteller, McConaughey, Rodriguez, Collazo, Movic, Barbagallo, and Benton all lined in and ready to roll. We'll get ready to try it all again. Pace car ready to make the hard left on the pit road. One caution in the books. And the question of what's next gets ready to loom. Chevy top, Toyota bottom, Chevrolet lockout, row number 2, back green. Galazzo and company thundering down into 1 and 2, scattering already. Josh Kenyon sideways. 3 wide through the hook. River Page underneath to the East Horseshoe at Daytona. Joe leads, Mose in second, 3.5 tenths back as they head their way to the west. Trevino, Kingsley, Kenyon, River Page. Seeing what they can work with. Mose half a second back. McConaughey in the 3rd position. That's with Collazo, Thurston, Rodriguez. Joe looking to lead the first lap under green. Mosteller has company behind McConaughey, but has victory ahead that in Armstrong. Alonso P4. Inside of McConaughey with a wheel for the third position. Sliding, trying. See what he can gain. Demos doesn't think he's in the best position. Thurston, McConaughey, Mavic in 7th. One slow to the inside and sparking Frank DeAngelis. And safe to say his race is over. Armstrong leads. Thurston in 4th. Doing what he can to make up ground. He found his way around McConaughey. Braden Mavic is there to the 47. Whoa, what happened with James Thurston? Slow down dramatically and will now lose a spot to Braden Mavic. Mavic loose, gets into the 4. Most in 2nd, Armstrong in 3rd. Thurston shunted, punted, and Sia gets back on the track. And the question will now be, who did it? Mavic into McConaughey, McConaughey into Thurston. And that's how it all unfolded. Joe's doing a great job leading, but man, that 87 is sticking right with them. The 2nd position. Three tenths back. There's Colazzo. There's Mavic now with Walker. They're wheel to wheel. One will brace. The other will lay out of the gas. That one happened to be the 93. Six to go. Most in the 2nd position. Over the humps, over the bumps. Making up ground ever so slightly. Seeing what he can work with, if any. What happened with Braden Mavic? Goes wide on James Thurston and took himself out of the race. Wow. I don't know what exactly unfolded there. 6 to go. Thurston in 6, McConaughey in 7th, Rodriguez, Barbagallo, Mitchum, Trevino, Bryce Benton, River Page, Connor Murphy. He's there, it's not over. 5 to go in the 87. Look to the outside, was too far back. Four to go this time. Brake rotors glowing hot on both machines. Joe said he wasn't worried about Mosteller. He said he probably definitely has the best shot at winning unless it's going to be the 22. We've seen both these boys go at it. Looking to see where Michael Mitchum is all the way back in 19th. We'll need a yellow and a prayer. Galazzo in 3rd. Schmidt there in 5th. What a race he's having. Yahir Rodriguez. Don't check that. Mitchum is actually in the 10th position. Matthew Mitchum is sitting in 19th. So Mikey Mitchum looking to end the day, should we say even the night, with possibly nothing worse than a 10th place finish? Looks to be likely. Mose has made up ground on this end of the speedway multiple times. 201, 203, out of the throttle right at the start finish. As he roll with it. Easy in, easy out. Trying to set up something for the East Horseshoe. Armstrong Mosteller. What can they roll with? Downshifting. Seeing what to work with, if any. Uphill into NASCAR 1 and 2. This is where the 87 has been at its best on the high bank corners of Daytona. 3rd gear, 4th gear. Back down to 2nd. Is it working right where he needs to? And for Armstrong, he knows if he's going to not win this race, it may come down to how the 87 takes the draft. Oh, he's there. Mosteller looked once again too far back. Wide on entry, trying to cut it back on exit to use momentum. Not ideal. Joe versus Mos. This is what it looks like. Two tenths. 3 seconds back to the driver sitting in third. There's a fight for fourth between Aiden Walker and William Schmidt. We'll head to that battle and see. It's tight. Up front. The net gain has been big. Mosteller pulls alongside Joseph Armstrong. Lap for lap, he's been there, and now he's arrived, trying to knock the door down with 2 to go. Don't you just love road course racing? In NASCAR Night in America, both drivers in a chess match. There he is, there he tries. Crowding, looking, wondering. Blink once. If there is going to be a difference in where the running order currently is, something is going to have to give. It didn't work on that end of the speedway, but it's going to have to work now for Team 87 if they'd like to see victory lane. Saleka, 1 to go from Daytona Road. Back bumper it is. What a race Joseph Armstrong has given us. What a race Mosteller has shown. Last time to the East Horseshoe, they're still nose to tail. And if anything goes south, Colazzo is there, just 4 seconds back. West Horseshoe. Up the track. Approaching it like a double apex. They have done multiple laps before just to defend. Armstrong knows the weakness of the 87. He knows the strength of the 87. But what does Mosteller know about him? To win, you must be bold, less than half a lap to do it. Final time down the backstretch. Final time into Le Mans. Joe loses speed. Mos is there. Can he draft around him? It's gonna be a drag race to the start-finish line. Armstrong blocks. Mosteller gets into him. Joseph Armstrong wins a thriller in Daytona. He blocked him so many times, and it worked out in his favor. NR9 in America. Viewing victories all year long. Joe burns it down. Mitchum will not three-peat. And Toyota is back on the board. I believe that's 3 in a row for Toyota. Moments like this that you like. We'll get ready to talk to your race winner. And we'll have one more race to roll the eyes of Texas. We're heading there. Let's go talk to your race winner. Joseph Armstrong, what a thriller, what a finish. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, it came close. That last lap, what was it like?
It was that was probably the hardest lap I ran the entire race, to be honest. Demas kind of, because of the draft, who was this beside me? Oh my gosh. Sorry. This dude that almost cost me the win is now beside me. Shout out Kellen Keller. Oh, it's a kid. Okay. Yeah, Demos. Oh, I assume you're on the replay, so.
Yeah.
Somebody just, the guy that, but I don't know. Nonetheless, Demos would get a good run off of, out of the bus stop or whatever, and be able to draft down the front stretch and do a little something there, and then I had to pretty much defend in the one. But through the slower sections, I knew I could kind of gap him a little bit. But like I said, that was the hardest lap I had to run the entire race, just to try to get away from him, and then almost lost it out of the bus stop because I had to slow down for the slow car. And then fortunately I was able to kind of block, I guess. I'm trying to get better at blocking. I hope it looked like it paid off a little bit there at the end. So yeah, shout out to Demos. I was hoping that it would get a little bit more physical than that, to be honest with you. But,
really? What were you hoping for?
Not to get wrecked. I still wanted to win.
Yeah,
but,
I'm not gonna lie. I think if it got any more physical, I worry that's what would have occurred after.
Yeah, we had a big enough gap to Hector to where we could have kind of screwed around for the last couple corners, but yeah, I probably should be careful what I wish for, because most of the time when Demos is behind me and he gets physical, I end up losing. So we're going on to Texas though. What time is it? Make sure, 10:49. How long is Texas gonna be?
How many laps do you think Texas should be? Race 4 near 11 o'clock. I've called races since Friday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday in person. My voice is shot. I think my voice is shot. It's actually doing a lot better than I thought it was.
I think a little 50 lap.
A little 50.
50
I think a 50 would be perfect. 50 under the lights or 50 in the day?
I'm a big day fan, but
I have 40 wins.
mind
AK Carlos Struther has requested 81-degree track temperature. Do we roll with that?
Oh, you actually, you know what? I think it should be day. I think it should be like day. Like middle of the day.
Okay. No late afternoon.
Because what Carlos is talking about, like the Xfinity car, like you can kind of move around in it. Right. Once the tires fall off and the bottom lane gets rubbered in, and so that's kind of what he's referring to. It's a little, you're able to move around a little bit more on when it's hot outside.
Okay, no cloud cover or cloud cover?
Nah, no
Nothing
cloud
peeking
cover.
in and out?
I can't guarantee that what the theory is will happen. Like that grooves will widen.
I mean, I'm
out,
okay
but
to
it should.
experiment, but like if
But
we do
no clouds.
Okay, no clouds at all.
You want the track temp to be as like high
I mean,
as
I'm
possible.
willing to do 140 practice, so 205 start time, 155 start time, and that's close to middle of the day.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make it look good for everyone back at home that's still watching.
I don't know.
Well, we can go for noon, but that noon is going to look weird. Our haze won't be right with it. That's the only issue.
I think you got to do day nonetheless. Besides, you can't do late afternoon though. It's got to be either day or night, really. Is
Day or night. All right. Well, let's go to the weather here. We're going to go check it out. And we are going to roll, we're going to roll with the same track temp we've had so far. Not going to accommodate just for one person requesting. But you know what? It's going to be a lot of fun. Nonetheless, we're ready to rock and roll here. 50 laps, Texas. We're going to be bumping drivers. How good of a race do you think it's going to be? I know Texas, a lot of, NR drivers like it. Because, let's be honest, Texas on iRacing is different than Texas in person. And I'm willing to argue that Texas is getting a lot better as a racetrack in person, too.
I mean, I don't know.
It's getting there.
The cup races aren't. The cup races are only good because they get a bunch of cautions. The Xfinity races are solid, though. I like the Xfinity racing there. But cup car, nah, not a fan. But, I mean, I guess it is getting a little bit better. 2019, 2020 was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But
well, the good news is the session is up. The password is IDK. We're going to get ready to rock and roll. Do you want to say anything to anyone back at home?
Not really, but thanks for everyone for tuning in. What happened in race 1? Oh, race 1. That was a mess of a race. Not race 1, race 2. Sorry. That was a mess of a race, and I should have won that race. I should be 3 for 3 tonight.
That was a very big mess of a race.
Yeah, I flipped over, got wrecked like 5 times, still almost won. But we're gonna go 3 for 3 or back to back in the Toyota scheme because I run that on the Super 2.
Really?
But that's gonna be the goal.
So you think tonight's gonna be a
3.
Toyota sweep because Michael Mitchum? Did Michael Mitchum win with the COT Toyota? I know it's obviously a sticker, but I know he got the Toyota win in the next gen for sure.
Yeah, he had the 18 on, so I mean, I guess.
Yes, he did. So yeah, this could be a Toyota sweep of a night, which will be the first time since the Ford sweep.
Yeah, but Toyota's better. Fords are whack.
What is your opinion? I gotta know. I gotta know about your whole Martinsville opinion.
All right. Yeah, I'm pretty unbiased NASCAR fan.
Okay.
Contrary to the belief. I think what Chevy did was worse than what the 23 did. But Chevy, it was only bad. I think it was only bad because they kind of like made it obvious on the radio. And like Austin Dillon's running like half throttle down the straightaway. So like it was very obvious what they were doing. The 23 slipped up because like he kind of fell off like a cliff after the last 5 laps. But I don't know, I wasn't in the car.
You weren't in
He
the
said
car.
he said something was wrong with the car. The 45 had a mechanical failure. So I mean, maybe, but that's going to come out Wednesday if that was true or not. Nonetheless, I think it's a clown show anyways because like the 4 best drivers didn't make the final 4. Besides like Reddick was probably the best.
I was gonna say, I would say 3 of that 8 definitely should have made it in. Reddick, by far, in my opinion, if you win the regular season championship, I think you should be almost like a sure lock into the final 4.
You should.
Like
Reddick almost didn't do it.
Yeah. Like I don't know if it's, give them more bonus points or what, but if you win the regular season title, that first round in my opinion should be almost like a near lock-in. Almost like how Truex did it in 2017, right? Like in 2017, like that first round, Truex could have started and parked every single race and still made it in. But I think that 15 bonus points is not enough. Is it 15 or 25?
You don't think 15's enough?
No, I think if you win the regular season title,
I think that's enough.
No.
I just don't. I think like I've been a big playoff
25.
fan. I've been a big playoff fan, but I think it's time for it to go.
Really?
I think if you're NASCAR and like you're strictly going for entertainment, which they are, because at the end of the day it's a show. It's not, it's a sport, but it's also a show. You gotta put seats
sports
in
entertainment,
stands.
let's be real. It's been around for quite a while, and it's not just happening in motorsports, it's also happening in stick and ball. And I know we're not supposed to compare motorsports to stick and ball. That's very, it's sacrilegious in the racing world. But I do get that. I want to add to your point. Consistency is not coming back. It's just not coming back, in my opinion. I don't think it's coming back. I grew up as a chase baby. I love the chase. When I started watching NASCAR, I was so young that when they had consistent points, I don't fully remember consistent points. I remember the era of, the chase. There's going to be a new playoff format, in my opinion. Like, after what just happened there's no way they don't try to come up with a new playoff format.
I agree.
In some way. And if it does happen, I still think if you're going to have the regular season title truly mean a lot more, there needs to be more points added. If I win the regular season championship, aka I was the best driver throughout the first 26 races, I should have more than 15 bonus points. I should have 26 bonus points. I should have something that is, that is a little more worthy.
I don't know.
You don't like that?
No, because I don't. Because, like, you take a guy like Larson. Like, Larson missed winning the regular season by 1 point.
Right.
Just had to start the Charlotte race. He also won, like, about 4 races in the regular season on top of, like, all the other stage points he accumulated.
Okay.
So if he came into the first round, he was the champ. He was the leader going into the race 1 of the playoffs.
Yes.
Even though he was second in the standings, he had like 40-something playoff points. If you give him, rather than the 5 points he gets for regular season, if you give him 15 more points or 10 more points, Larson was not good in this round, but he makes it. Like, he makes it to the final 4 off of running very mediocre. Like, this 3-race stretch.
He wasn't mediocre through the first half of the year.
I agree. I agree.
Now, here's the one thing I will say. I will say this. If Larson truly wanted to win the regular season title, he would have made that Coca-Cola 600, not ran at Indy. Now, I'm happy he ran at Indy because it was cool. It was a great moment. But that was the decision him and the team and everyone involved decided to make, for him to run the Indy 500 after the rain delay. Obviously, that's not happening next year. But if he did run the Coca-Cola 600 and he won the regular season title, I think that has more worth to it. I honestly think if you win the regular season title, it needs to be worthy. And yes, I understand that he didn't do well during that round of the races. But what it does is it adds a new argument back to the anti-playoff fans, which is, well, if you win the regular season title, look at how many points you get. So Michigan is more worthy when they go there. Gateway, Nashville, Homestead, all these tracks that are in the regular season that some consider not, important to the actual championship, that argument is thrown right back in my opinion.
Sure. I guess, but like, I don't know. I just think like he finished 11th, 13th, and then he finished like 3rd or 4th yesterday. Like, with like no stage points. I don't know. I do think that you can maybe reward more, but in this format, I don't think it's possible unless you make some like other revisions.
So I'll definitely say this. I know where you're coming from, and I think all NASCAR fans, like if you're planning on being a fan of the sport long term, we have to be realistic. Playoffs are gonna stay. They're not going anywhere. We're never going back to consistency. I'm pretty sure the heads in the sport will see that as going backwards. I wouldn't have a problem with consistency. I like consistency, but I also like chase. And I can put up with the playoffs. I don't mind the playoffs. There's moments in the playoffs that I had me as like, what? And we've all had those moments. Even the ones that are running the sport have all had that moment, you know?
Hold on. I gotta run this lap. I want you to watch the lap though.
Where are you?
I'm coming off pit road. I didn't have a good first lap.
We're gonna watch it here, then I'll explain it while they get to see a cool lap. But we need to be realistic. It's not happening again. So how do we make a playoff system that is worthy for a champion that we can say, yes, that was, you know, the deserving champion? Now you can say, well, the most deserving champion is just whoever wins, you know, is most consistent throughout the year. I get that. But once again, playoffs aren't going anywhere. This is a TV thing too. TV likes playoffs. Let's be honest, right? NBC.
Yes.
I think they went on for, you know, for a reason. So what happens? Okay. If I go to Homestead in March, which I will be going to.
That was a lap.
If I go to Homestead in March, I want that race to mean something by the time they go to Phoenix in November. And I think if someone that wins that race, they get the 5 playoff points. Hopefully, if they're going for a regular season title, the regular season title adds more worth to it. Okay, there's that. And then you start wondering, how do you play around with the rounds? How do the rounds work? Do we go back to a chase format? Because the thing is, if we add a chase format back, then the idea of the playoff points go away. And you have to realize now that stages are implemented, there's some weekends where a driver in technicality can win stage 1, win stage 2, DNF, and still get more points than a driver that finishes 20. Now, I like stage points. I personally enjoy them. I think they have actually improved the racing by allowing these drivers to really go at it throughout the middle of the race. But that's where the interesting part comes in. Do we get rid of rounds?
Hold on. Can we do it? Can we do it? No.
Do we get rid of rounds? 31.519. B2. I'd say you can make it 2 ways, right? You can extend the playoffs, or you can shorten the playoffs. You can make it 8 races and less drivers, or you can make it more races and even more drivers. Now, there's one thing that Joe told me that I have to agree with, that I really never thought of, because for me, I think 16 drivers, or I guess at one point 16 drivers was way too much. But including with the win in your in system, if you think about it, and with Austin Dillon winning at Richmond, you have realistically 30 drivers that can win week in and week out. Realistically. Yep. Because there's been some weekends, including on non-super speedways, that there was guys running out there in 25th that have either won or have been close to winning. Eric Jones, Darlington, 2022. That was not a fluke. Eric Jones is a good driver. Austin Dillon, you just saw that happen. Harrison Byrne, the win at Daytona. Yes, you can make your arguments in the chats below on how Daytona, Talladega, Atlanta works. Michael McDowell, Indianapolis Road Course. So the 16 is interesting. It's also important for TV and sponsors. You got to think about the marketing side as well. But everything right now at the playoffs still needs to be better. It needs to be better by, in my opinion, a wider margin. And that's where you think, do you make the playoffs longer or do you make them shorter? And do you get rid of that Final Four winner-take-all format where it could be 4 drivers, 4 races? And then that is where it's even.
I think this will be my final thought, because we got like 35 seconds. If we're gonna keep the playoffs, it's got to be a 3-race finale, like 3-race finale round. You can end at Phoenix if you want, but like it shouldn't be Phoenix. Shouldn't be the end-all be-all, because it's clear that some teams have advantages at certain tracks. So,
correct.
You know, but I think, and a lot of fans are like, just, you know, traditionalists, and they really want the full season back. I think if there's any time to do that, it's now with the next gen, because everybody's so close that like the advantage is, you know, you have guys who can win every week, but like you said, you have 30 guys who can win every week, and so I mean, it feels so tight that I think the full season, this is the time to capitalize on it, but they're not going to, because the ratings and TV and all that other stuff. But
oh yeah, I honestly believe if they had full standings, including with the Xfinity Series. I know the Truck Series would be the only outlier this year, because that would have been locked up by Eckett's
absolutely
wide margin.
Yeah.
But realistically speaking, consistency will work. They're never going back to it. I like the idea of the last 3 races, actually. where, okay, you're the regular season champion. You get 25 bonus points. You're now almost a sheer lock into the championship of the Final Four, right? Final 4 drivers, and then that final 3 race stretch, you have 3 tracks that can rotate in and out of the finale, but are part of the championship tracks, which can be a Homestead revitalized, a Phoenix, and then a 3rd track. What that 3rd track will be, who knows? Maybe an Auto Club. Maybe SMI gets a track in there for Las Vegas, and they go through a rotation cycle where all these teams then have to, prepare for 3 different styles of racetracks for that championship. I think that's the best way to do it, if it's going to happen that way. Some are good on short tracks, some are good on intermediates, some are good on the 2-mile ovals. However it would be, but that is a talking point, honestly, probably for the NASCAR Weekly podcast that will be live on Wednesday. Joe, great for speaking with you. Godspeed. We're ready to go green.
All right, deuces.
Let's do it. Let's say Godspeed, drivers, just one more time, and light the fuse from Texas. Gavin Austin around. That's off turn 2. May have collected Max Steinmeier. No, he didn't. Mitchum, the leader on the inside part of the racetrack. Joseph Armstrong joins in with him. Stellar, Max Swearengin. Toe-to-toe there in 3rd. Frank DeAngelis, River Page. Most outside, Swearengin inside, River Page, and Frank still wheel to wheel. That's coming off turn 4. Mitchum leads, trying to bring the Toyota sweep and win 3 of the 4 races on the night. Armstrong looking to split them in 2. Max Swearengin there in 4th. Raul Alvis underneath the Aiden Walker machine. Oh, you see him get loose. Texas Motor Speedway, things get wild. They get wild in a hurry. But the racing here on iRacing is always fantastic. We have seen photo finishes and so much more. Barbagallo did not get into him. It was Josh Kenyon that slammed the back end of Bryce Benton. Watching on there with Joseph Armstrong, watching on with Daniel Mosteller. DeAngelis in 6th. River Page in 5th. Swearengin underneath. Mosteller, no, not able to make it work. Racing at Texas Motor Speedway. You're watching NR Night in America as we feel victories all year long towards the latter half of the 2024 season. The NASCAR Xfinity Series putting on a great show here at Texas Motor Speedway. Just 45 laps remaining. Chuck that down to 44. You got Beckman, Truther, Rodriguez, and Byram lined up 13th, 12th, 11th. But Rodriguez in there as well. Byram in 10th, Schmidt in 9th, Alvis in the 8th position. And now they have single filed out to the bottom side of the track. There's Carlos Truther. He was so excited to race here, saying this is one of his better racetracks, currently 12th on the speedway. Costello giving a groove off the bottom. Now, people have asked, why did Texas Motor Speedway reconfigure to this configuration and not just repave the track to the configuration they had in 2016? Well, here's why. They saw how the racing was at tracks like Homestead. They saw the racing was like at tracks that were multi-groove, even at points of Las Vegas, and they said, you know what, maybe if we work on this racetrack, we can, in theory, make those second and third lanes work. But since Texas is very, very fast and an awfully wide racetrack when it comes down to the corners, the way they styled the banking ended up not working, which is why you have now the inside lane rule. Remember, it's not even progressive banking either. And the idea possibly was to make it progressively banked, and for the longest, Texas was an inside lane racetrack. The first two lanes in the bottom were where you wanted to roll with until around 2014, 15, 16. I would even say 2011, 2012, where the outside lane came in because the wear and tear of the track became so prominent. Now, with the track really being worn in, you're starting to see that second groove materialize. .40 laps to go. So the new question is, do they reconfigure the track or do they keep it the way it is and let this track really, really wear in? You get it to wear in and you get to be worn out. Does it pull 2011 to 2016 Texas, where they can get 2, 3, and 4 lanes? I don't think they're going to back up to the outside wall, but you can definitely see 2 or 3 lanes, almost like how it was in 2007. Or do you make it a mile and a quarter? Do you make it a super speedway like Atlanta? Or does it get reconfigured back to how it was around the early 2000s? A lot of questions on what Texas could be in the future. We know one thing, Michael Mitchum is your race leader. 2 Toyotas up in front, Chevrolet in third, a Toyota in fourth. River Page, there he is in the 5th position. Frank DeAngelis and Adam Walker lines up that 7th and 8th. Alvis in 8th, Frank DeAngelis in 6th. Direction. Frank actually just slammed the outside retaining wall. So did Raul Alvis. Was one of the big contenders at Daytona to see if he can walk away with a victory, and is now dropping back to the 10th position. Carlos Struther in the thick of it. Outside of the 99, that's Yahir Rodriguez. Alvis slamming the door on Truther. Goes around and nearly takes out the 39. Caution will wave. Wow. Carlos Struther almost collected himself in it. We saw it live. Watch Alvis in 31. Struther to the bottom, Alvis to cover. Then Alvis cleared again, and I think Truther said he was pretty tired of it. Pit road, it's wide open. No penalty for Carlos Struther as we watch the replay. Raul Alvis will be done for the night with that hit to the outside wall. Pit road is open. Drivers lined in, all getting ready to put 4 fresh tires on. 35 laps to go. And what is projected to be the final race of the night. Armstrong wins the race off pit road. Michael Mitchum gets put into second. As they all file out. After that, let's go talk to Frank DeAngelis. Frank, John Ramos, you saw Raul Alves in your mirror. What was transcribing before the impact?
I had a mirror full of Walker, and I'm not like the typical stooge that mirror drives a mile and a half, so I did not see what happened.
Oh, okay. Well, interesting to hear. What are you thinking about this race right now?
Scary loose first 10 laps, scary tight after the first 10 laps.
Okay. Good or bad? Is that a exciting thing or no?
Not entirely sure. It's definitely gonna wear when you get loose. Sorry, I'm just really tired. My sleep schedule's back to normal. The right rear. I'm gonna pick wrong. The right rear burns more in the first 10 laps. The long run, you want to burn the right front. You want to burn the right front. You want to burn the right rear more than the right front. So you want to be loose and kind of out of control on purpose, so that right rear stays heat and warm, so it doesn't get tight.
Frank, can I let you know something? I know this is live TV.
I'm going to bed right after this race.
I guarantee you not a single person understood what you just said.
Okay, so you need heat in the right rear. You need more heat in the right rear than the right front.
I wouldn't say that in a live broadcast, you know, if it was an e-ticket event or something in person. But since it's a race 4, I might as well say it to you.
Right rear loose, right front tight. You want burned right rear.
And that is what we like to hear. You're sitting P5. What happened there at Daytona? Road.
Stooge.
Ooh. Okay. Good luck.
No problem.
That's Frank DeAngelis, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready to size them back up 2x2 for a restart. Armstrong on the inside, Mitchum on the outside. Mosteller, Swearinger, DeAngelis, Walker, Page, Byram, Truther, and Kenyon. Rodriguez in the mix as well, making up the top 10, top 11. Pace car, the hard left onto pit road, gives us 33 laps to work with as we're back green from Texas Motor Speedway. Mitchum, inside, outside, gets the advantage to turn 3. That's the momentum carrying. Joe didn't see it coming, wrecking, spinning, outside wall, Josh Kenyon. And the caution will wave. Jason Beckman involved. Incident. Man, did we tear up a lot of race cars. Time to watch back. Was it a right rear bumper hook? Oh, Jason Beckman not giving Josh Kenyon a lot of room. What a late impact. Jackson Brandon involved as well. Let's see what he saw before the time of impact. He's really just riding around back there. So the caution will wave yet again. Pit road, it's wide open. Armstrong, Mitchum, Mosteller. We're hearing word that it was Netcode. Unfortunately, Netcode has been a huge part of tonight's stream. Goal 300 likes on tonight's stream if we see race number 5. I want to say thank you to everyone that's dropped a like on the stream. Once again, we're streaming on a Monday, not our usual time slot. Mainly doing that due to the historical importance of tomorrow. I'm glad we can have some escapism on this Monday night. So 29 laps to go when we get the 1 to go here, and we'll be restarting with 28 laps to go on the board. Toyotas will once again line up on the front row. It will be Toyota Chevy on Toyota, back for row number 3. A Toyota Chevrolet Riker Meyer River Page back in row number 4. So we thought, as Frank DeAngelis has chosen the inside lane, it will bring a Toyota lockout in the 3rd row. Riker Byram will be up there as well. He's ready to rock with us. And we will get ready to see the checker flag will be waving after this restart. And our night in America, feeling victories all year long. Beautiful line of machines hanging out with us. Beautiful car count as well. All ready to give it 110%. When we had so many drivers join, we've had bump day in every single race. And here we are. Pace car, the hard left on the pit road, 2x2 to the restart zone. Back green. Armstrong, Mitchum, Mosteller. Walker, Swearigan, Page. Then there's Frank DeAngelis in the 7th position. Page and Swearigan, door banging into the quad oval. Those two doglegs making up the quad oval here at Texas Motor Speedway. A lot of these drivers struggle with figuring it out. There they go again. The big one down the backstretch. Carlos Truther is jumped. Frank DeAngelis is destroyed. And so many others pile on in. Man. Crazy hit. Crazy crash. How did it all happen? Went right up the racetrack. There he went. he saw it there. I mean, he just went up the racetrack. Got loose. And there he went. Alexander Balderas somehow getting through all of that. Watch again. Watch from his POV. Man. Enter Night in America, fueling victories all year long, and after reviewing the tapes from the admins, and you can see it in the live chat, yes, another netcode incident, bringing out yet another yellow. Man, I mean, netcode has always been around. It's always going to be around. But I've never seen this many netcode wrecks in one night. I mean, we don't have many cars left after that one. I think there is very, very few cars that are even left pacing at this moment. Which means it could be a run all the way to the finish. Connor Murphy, Joseph Armstrong lined up. We'll get ready to go back racing. Time to go green. Pace car will once again make the hard left on the pit road. We'll be ready to go back racing. Chevy, Toyota, Ford, Toyota, 23 laps to go. Connor Murphy, race leader, put into the outside wall. 3 wide for second, Mose on the bottom. Bison fourth. Walker on the inside of him. It's allowed Michael Mitchum to close to the back bumper of Joseph Armstrong. Inside lane, all rolling Toyota on Toyota, 2 Chevys to follow. 21 laps to go. And now the question is, can Mitchum find his way around Joe? Barbagallo in 8th. 1 spinning deep in the field, and it's even more machines. Ingram, Cobbs, Varas. Junked in, junked out. We're back under the yellow. Man. And it's been a struggle to get to the end of this race. Well, a lot of bent-up virtual race cars here tonight. We'll definitely give it that. But a rapid aim to catch on view, and there it was. These are drivers that are usually running. Oh man, you saw it there. Outside the top 20. They're up inside the top 15, top 10. Due to the wrecks that have occurred. I mean, you can blame it on netcode. I mean, you saw Keith Ingram coming up the racetrack. He was going to make contact with him anyhow. Caution is out. Pit road is open once again. Now leading to Barbagallo. Rose, Barbagallo, you put Mitchum into third. Joseph Armstrong there in the fourth position. Walker, Byram, and others. Back up as moments away from victory lane. The scene's imminent. We'll get the one to go next time by. Next time by, once again, the one to go. And not too many cars left racing. You can see the wounded race cars. Keith Ingram, Baxter Brandon, and a whole lot of others. 17 to go this time by. Will be 16 to go next. We're so glad. To have you all with us as we get ready to see the checkered flag. Been talking to multiple different drivers during this race. Go ahead and hear from Alexander Balderas. Throttle, John Ramos, how are you?
What's going on, John? Doing pretty well. Well-ish.
Well, you were involved in that incident, weren't you?
Well, not in that one directly. I got involved in the one that was kind of when a car wasn't excited to start, so I'm fixing my damage since then. But as of right now, proceed to the race. We should be back somewhere in the mid-teens, and then hopefully we can work our way up from there.
All right, well, we're ready to rock and roll. Chevy, Ford.
It's not been a good night for me. I've been wrecked in every single race I've attempted by something like obscenely stupid. COT Daytona was insane. The back 15 people didn't hit the.
All right, well, we're going to get ready for a restart here. Let's see what you can do sitting there at 12.
All right, Texas native, hopefully want to go to victory lane.
Let's see it. That's Alexander Balderas. Has some ground to make up. Not fully out of it just yet. And now we'll get the one to go next time by. Repeat, one to go next time by. Probably should have gone that time by, but the lights were not out on top of the pace car. So with the one to go coming out next time by, we get ready to hear it. We get ready to see it. Let's go green. Time to roll. Chevy, Ford lined up, Toyota. 15 laps to go when we get back to the line. Let's see it. Matt Green from Texas. Mitchum, Byram, Page, buys, Connor Murphy, Alexander Balderas. You see them fighting. Walker and Barb toe-to-toe. Mose trying to break up that Toyota streak. He was runner-up at Daytona. Now wants to be victor in Texas. The question is, can he do it? Armstrong a peak to the bottom. Armstrong underneath. Joseph Armstrong, new race leader from Texas. Can Mitchum find his way around Aiden Walker to fight with these drivers? He led the early portions of the race. 12 to go. Walker in third, Mitchum in fourth, Page in fifth. Byram in sixth, Buys in seventh, Barbagallo in eighth. Balderas, Murphy, Bundy, Hart. 11 laps to go, the top four separated by half a second. Inside lane. Lined in, lined up. Walker underneath Daniel Mosteller. Trying what he can. Mitchum in fourth. Gets into Mose. Armstrong has pulled away. Forecast looks great for him. But what about Aiden Walker? What about Michael Mitchum? Can they make up that time and maybe go for a heave? Seven to go. This time by What can change? What can move? Mitchum nearly a full second back. Mosteller nearly a second and a half. Six to go for Joseph Armstrong. As long as nothing goes wrong, he's in a good place. Walker entry speed, not bad. Exit speed could be better, and that's where he's getting beat. Page in fourth, Byram in fifth. Make that Byram in sixth, with Mosteller in fifth and Jackson By sitting in seventh. 5 to go this time by. Joe the advantage by a wide margin. 6/10. Do you consider that a wide margin? Well, for how the races have been tonight, I would say that answer is very much yes. Finds that second groove there through 3 and 4. Makes it work out. 4 laps in this race and 4 laps to complete the 4-day broadcasting week. Quarter-mile action, multiple races. That was Friday night. Aiden Walker was in one of those races where he went toe-to-toe, wheel-to-wheel with multiple drivers. Then Friday came to an end with the limited late models, where Saturday it was all pro late model racing, the All-American 100. What a broadcast that was. You can watch back live on Racing America Track TV. I may upload some highlights of my own on Twitter as early as tomorrow. And then Sunday, the 40th running of the All-American 400, where I was a part of pre-race festivities with driver introductions, dignitaries, anything you could think of pre-race, I played a part in it. And then calling the race over the PA, all accumulated to then coming back to the sim on Monday to watch 4 great races, to call 4 great races. And here we are, 2 to go. Seven tenths, 8 tenths. The difference at that, Michael Mitchum, Riker Byram. 4th and 5th. Joseph Armstrong will come off turn 4 to see the white flag. Santa Blanca. 1 to go for the Lone Star State. Final time through 1 and 2 has it all in the bright moves. Toyota won race 1 with Michael Mitchum, backed it up with a race 2 win at Daytona. Under that Toyota banner, Joseph Armstrong went road course racing at the World Center of Racing to grab a victory, and will sweep the night with TRD by grabbing the checkered flag in Texas. Armstrong wins it. Race fans, as you file out, I want to say thank you very much for enjoying this broadcast. For the ones coming on short notice, thank you even more. Understanding that most will probably check in tomorrow, thinking the stream is Tuesday. But with everything going on in the world, the right thing to do was to stream on a Monday night and leave Tuesday for Tuesday. But we will be back next Tuesday for more NR Night in America. And very good for everyone that has tuned on in and enjoyed this great broadcast. The drivers that have made it special, the viewers that made it possible. Thank you all so much for the enjoyment and the excitement. I'm John Ramos, the voice of NR, saying good night. And I'll see you all next Tuesday.